Welcome to 50 Fathoms, the premier Savage Worlds magical pirate and booty tabletop experience. I am your god king, emperor, admiral, uh, vice lord Fauntleroy, is what we'll go with here. Will Thompson. I run the show here tonight and every night. With me are a brave assemblage of sailors and otherwise that are going to, risk the magical depths of Charybdis. Well, not the depths so much of Charybdis this time as the depths of the savage land, the jungle continent of Torath-ka, where they have found themselves. Who would like to give me the recap?
True. Drew pays attention.
Yeah, but I can't do it in the time limit that he.
I mean, a
gives
couple
us.
of minutes. I'm light on content tonight. Go ahead and stretch that bitch out.
Ambrose Avon, a renowned alchemist, was traveling across the seas when the storm came upon them. When he went up deck to scold the captain, he was frustrated by the captain's inability to figure out how to get away from this nonsense. Upon returning to his room, his cabin, to secure his belongings, a cannonball flew through the wall and began to sink the ship. Avon dodged the cannon shot, as only a 68-year-old alchemist can, and then promptly drowned or lost consciousness as the ship sank. Awoke on a dinghy or a door, combination raft, with some such fellow.
An
Irishman. I didn't want to bring him up, but there he was, all the same. And he was half his age. The potion that he had carried his entire adult life, really, in his pocket had been smashed in the attack, and something hand-wavy with the magic waters of Charybdis was the final ingredient that he had been seeking. Finally activated the tonic, and reverted him about half his years. And just as things were getting good, more people showed up. Another fellow Englishman, a rather large chef-looking man, and then a small boy. We landed on an island, seemed to be, after about 2 weeks of almost dying, starving, and now a giant lizard thing, could be, a walking crocodile from the Nile, if it was only on its back legs and a shorter snout, is beginning to menace us. And I have a knife, and I believe we're going to be eaten soon.
It does, in fact, seem like, despite having survived the hazards and rigors of the sea, that you did it only to find yourself swiftly consumed by, this massive reptilian creature with long curved fangs, hooked talons, and a yellow crest of spines with a thin membrane going down the back. If I recall correctly, Chef's first thought was, we could eat that.
We got to eat.
Right? You got to eat. And that is pretty much where we left off. So, guys, we are going to roll our very first combat of 50 Fathoms. Right? And 50 Fathoms here works a little differently to your dragons and dungeons and, other systems, in that combat is not determined by a roll of a dice, but rather a deck of cards, right? Which is automated lovingly here by Fantasy Grounds. So everybody will be dealt a card, and away we go. We will start with the young boy Scroot, followed by Chef Brian O'Brien, the pirate-branded Irishman, Captain Jonas Porter, then the fierce Yellowback, and finally, last but not least, Ambrose Avon, our competent narrator from earlier. So, with that in order, Scroot. There was a large dinosaur menacing the posse.
Yeah. So, how is everybody? How is the rest of my posse like looking? Like, is everybody looking like they're about to
Terrified,
run?
likely. Yeah, surprised. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I am pretty certain that none of you have ever seen a giant yellow-crested velociraptor.
Yes.
I mean, does it look like people are about to run away? I guess that's what I'm asking more than anything.
Appraisal from everybody. Brian O'Brien, why don't we start with you? What is your current disposition?
Well, his disposition is that he is about to probably piss himself, but he doesn't want anyone else to know that, so he's gonna try and play it cool.
Right.
But
Right. Like,
that
a
is
raptor,
his.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do this all the time. Yeah. Kind of the wind picks up just a little and rustles your hair heroically. Yeah.
But
Chef.
he's slowly stepping behind like someone else. As
Oh,
he,
yeah. Just the
Yeah,
shift,
this is-
like the I've got this after you. Excellent. And Chef, what's your current? I mean, you just hungry?
Yeah, Chef is sort of rubbing his hands together,
Mm.
cracking his neck, ready to fight.
Ready to break it down?
He's a pacifist, but this is not a human.
Yeah, this is not a human. No, certainly, and quite edible. Quite edible.
If it moves, we can eat it,
There you go.
and he can cook it.
Captain Porter.
So Captain Porter is he's no stranger to combat, but usually the naval type. He does have a captain of Marines on ship. After all, that's what that guy is for. But but at the same time, he feels being the one in command here, that it's his responsibility to kind of try and get everybody out.
Right.
So although he is absolutely floored by this dinosaur, he's gonna try his best to put on a brave face and tell people what to do.
Little hold the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little quaver
Yeah.
in the voice, just barely
Yeah.
perceptible. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, feeling it. And Ambrose Avon, what's your?
If Scroot looks behind him, he will see Ambrose with a gaze of just intense curiosity. The man's a scientist, and this is clearly nothing he's ever seen before, and just really wants to just study it, and is studying it at a distance. Is hesitant to make any sudden movements, and just trying to like look.
the specimen. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Well, in that
should be
case-
stated also, Ambrose, that there is a strange, peculiar warm sensation building in your, well, I dare say nethers, but your core. But, Scroot, with that established,
Yeah. So I think Scroot is gonna. I think we were just kind of exploring. He's gonna ready his short bow. I think he's going to like ready an arrow and even aim a little bit, but I don't think he's one to take the first shot.
yeah, he's not gonna. So you're going to hold your turn then?
I am going to hold a shot for if it moves closer or if I see somebody else going in.
Fantastic. With that established, Chef, it is on to you.
Chef starts moving that way. How far can he move?
Your pace, which I think is 6.
It is 5.
Oh, that's right, because you were big.
Because I'm
boy.
a biggin. Yeah.
Hefty fella.
All right. He steps
Chef.
out front.
Lumbers forward, feet sinking into the sand. Brian O'Brien.
Yes, sir.
Looks like everybody else is making a go of it.
I don't have anything to like. I don't have animal husbandry or anything like that.
I seduce the raptor. No.
I have an adventure card for that.
Yeah.
Does it need milking? Can I sense that the raptor needs milking or anything? Like,
Probably a male, given its giant pendulous raptor dong.
not milking that.
I don't know why it has a dong, because it's it should have like a cloaca or whatever. But in this
Yeah.
instance, clearly a male. You
Well,
hit
I
that
want-
18 and over button, folks. Don't even give me it.
I'd love to ready for combat as well. Take
All
out
right.
my axe.
You're just gonna hold up there.
Yeah.
Now, it should be mentioned that both you and Scroot have unholstered weapons, which will incur a multi-action penalty should you then attack this round.
Yep.
Roger. All right, moving on. Captain Porter.
Okay, I'm going to draw my rapier, which adds a +1 to my parry. Let me do that here real quick. Okay. And I'm going to move up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move up about here.
Yeah.
To kind of go around the side. And as I'm passing around the side of Chef, I'll say, I think he can only attack one of us at a time. So if we, if he goes for one, the other one has a clear shot.
All right, Captain.
And with that established, he is going to take his clear shot. Let's see here. Well, I mean, there's more meat on Chef, of course. But the Yellowback is, more interested in the aggressor, which in this case will be Captain Porter. All right, so he is going to move his full pace of 8 with a blinding speed, come kicking sand up as he rushes forward to attempt to bite Captain Porter. The smell coming off of his maws of rotting flesh and death itself, it's horrific. Oh, good lord. And he hits Captain Porter with a raise.
Oh.
Even with the additional parry from the rapier, it does nothing to stop the onslaught of this 8-foot-tall raptor. Teeth sink into Captain. Jeez, good lord.
That's
Oh,
a shadow.
wow.
Dealing 2 wounds to begin right out the gate.
Whew.
My
Okay.
God.
All right.
This is
I
the
will.
default first encounter for 50 Fathoms, by the way.
Oh.
Unmodified. Yeah.
They don't think that you're gonna run up to it.
They want you to run away. Okay, I will use a Benny to attempt to soak.
Yes. Yes. So you can just hit the soak button, or yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where's that soak button? at?
In the combat tracker, I believe, for you, there should be a little soak.
Okay. I see. There's a bunch of buttons.
That Mormon button.
Wait, hang on. Sorry, I see shaken, 2 wounds.
Or you can drag a Benny over. I've never done this as a player. I really need to play.
There is
one
no
game.
soak button on
Yeah,
any of our
maybe,
stuff.
maybe that's Deadlands.
Okay.
Drag
That's
the,
all right.
the
I'll
Benny
just
over the
drag Benny.
wound.
Yeah, drag a Benny over the wound on your character sheet.
Oh, oops. Oh well.
That's fine.
Okay.
Drag another over the wound on your character sheet, and I will award you one.
There we go.
Okay.
Almost.
Mm.
Almost.
Well, that's
Yeah,
one.
that's pretty close. Yeah, I'll take a 7.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, took a second to update. Excellent. Fantastic. And with that, the Yellowback has moved. Do either of the 2 individuals that have been holding their turns want to loose their arrow or perhaps close the distance?
Is there anything nearby that would be like a long stick or anything? Could I?
There's some
Look for-
debris from the wreckage, but nothing that would really, you'd
Work
pick up
as a
and throw
spear?
or spear. No.
Okay.
All right. So after sheathing, I'm at a -2 to attack, correct?
Yeah, but if you just go on the lower left-hand side of your screen and where it says one action, click that once. It'll automatically apply the multi-action penalty many times if you want to stack it. But right now, just one. So -2 to attack.
Cool.
Mind you, there is the innocent bystander rule in effect. Were you to roll a 1, you would put an arrow pretty square in the back of Captain Porter. But that's neither here nor there. That's a natural 1. What are the odds? Let's see those dice. Oh, and he
Hey.
hits.
That's a hit.
Looses the arrow into the Yellowback's thick hide, and it skitters off. Tink.
And he's angry.
And he's upset.
I'm not so hungry, Captain.
All right, I have gotten less hungry. Ambrose Avon, the fire building within you has unlocked some strange portents and capabilities, perhaps, should one attempt to channel and harness it.
Well, I am both curious about the creature in front of us, but this feeling, I am curious as well about it. But I kind of just reach out my hand and say, "No, you fools! What are you doing? Get away from it!" And do I feel anything coming out of my core? Just some warmth, just some warmth.
Well, that would depend on a spellcasting roll, I think, there, for whatever spell you were first attempting to summon forth.
Oh, I don't know any spells, bro. I don't. I don't know magic. I feel warm.
Oh, I thought you could have sworn.
No, I have spells on my sheet.
Yes.
But
you can
Ambrose
pick
Avon
one,
doesn't know.
because
isn't
you
there
are
magic?
you are manifesting magic, is what I
Time
am
to
telling you.
discover it.
Clearly, you difficult son of a bitch.
All right. Well, at a +2, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at one of its limbs, or so that'll be a flat called shot. Because I have a 3 as a card, so called shot on a limb.
Hey.
With a raise. And a blue ball of fire about the size of a cantaloupe erupts from my hand, streaking towards one of the limbs of the yellowback, doing
Shaking the yellowback as the wave of fire leaps from your hand and strikes the thing. It
by my God's mercy!
it doesn't like that.
The very flames of perdition.
9 power point.
Yeah. Oh wait, I hit it. It was a raise. It was a raise. It's channeling.
Oh
It's
yeah,
free.
never mind. I forget. Yeah, you don't even spend power points sometimes because you're gross. All
Yep.
right, next round. Let's see what's what. Chef up first,
Yes.
followed by the shaken yellowback.
So Chef runs towards the yellowback, jumps in the air, a flying side kick, hitting with one foot, twisting and doing a back kick with the other foot, almost like a boom boom.
A very impressive feat of agility for what heretofore had just seemed to be an obese, middle-aged Japanese fellow or Chinese fellow. Yes.
Yes, from Day King.
Don't forget the gang up.
That's right.
Oh, it should be automatic.
Okay.
Where's he at? There he is.
He's token adjacent.
Hit.
Uh,
That's the
Let
first
me-
Let
one.
me
Should have
see
been
one
a-
thing here. Try it again. We're already counting your hit. I just want to see if you
Okay.
have to be directly next to each other for it to trigger. Or if maybe it's the fact that I've blown up the token. Alright, one more thing here. So we know he's large. We get it. He's large and in charge. Alright, one more time with feeling. I just want to make sure it's working now.
Chutzpah.
Okay, there it
Alright,
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I can't blow up the
Alright,
token.
so this
Take
is the
another one.
first one.
And the first kick shatters its ribcage. The second snaps its neck.
Now,
and
what penalty? I still get the offhand penalty.
It's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, then great.
Yeah, no, here.
He really was hungry.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that's the end
I
of that.
immediately pull out my cleaver and get it ready.
Yeah,
to
that will
dismember.
take 1 hour of preparation to skin and prepare the beast for 10 provisions.
Nice.
Did everyone see that?
Yeah.
Fire
hell
came
was
from
that
my
balloon?
hands.
Yeah, Chef
What
was
the hell was the
amazing.
blue balls about?
It's this place. First my age, and now
Asian.
this. Yes, this is where I belong.
That's all well and good, but do any of you have any medical skills?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. You.
Captain!
All right. Hold on. Lay down, you blasted fool. I'm going to take out some of my bandages. I'm gonna see how is he wounded? What does the wound look like for him? Like what's
Puncture wounds from dinosaur fangs, you know?
no? Okay.
Predominantly the two canines. It's not a full mouthful due to the soaking, but he got a
Alright.
pretty good bite. Upper
Okay.
arm, torso, you know?
I'm gonna use one of my bandages, honeysuck bandages, and then a healing roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this should do fine. This should
Oh
do
yeah,
fine.
that'll shake the salt out.
Now I want you to lay off the running carnivorous creatures for a while that heals up. But it should be good to go in a while. Soon.
Master Avon, your skills are quite remarkable. I feel better already, but
Oh,
yes, indeed, I shall do my best to lay off the attacking carnivorous creatures. I was, excited by all the commotion, but yes, I'm not quite the fighter I perhaps
of course.
should be.
Captain, you're such a brave man.
Well, I try to protect my crew.
Can I just remind you that I killed the creature? Just saying.
Indeed.
Chef.
Thank you, Master Chef. Yes, and I do owe my life to you.
Who
That's
I
twice
imagine-
now you've saved me.
Let
Sorry.
me.
At this
Yeah.
point, is like elbow deep in raptor guts, right as he's saying it. Like,
Yeah.
Let me shake your hand, sir. It's nice to meet you, Chef. Put
I
that a
wipe
hand.
some blood on my shirt and stick it out.
Beach. Gentlemen, this beach has some blood that we did not spill. Heading north or inland.
I pass out the provisions to everyone.
they are received. Everybody has
Thank you.
2 provisions, 2 days worth of yellowback meat. Additionally, we could follow this path, perhaps with a bit of a tracking roll. Survival, anybody? Anybody
I
any
have survival.
Let's see if we... Oh, yes. It's not that hard. It is about 100 yards back into the jungle. It leads to what you can only assume to be the nest of the creature that you just encountered, and 6 more of them leap out. No.
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
It is just their eggs, right? Well, more provisions. Could you,
Excellent.
if you're feeling it.
Of course. Yes.
Eggs. This will make a good breakfast.
Let me...
While they're doing that, I'd like to inspect the ship.
Yeah, it has a mast, but the sail is beyond useless, and additionally, there are 2 holes punched in it, straight top to bottom through both decks. It would require a pretty robust bit of work and 4 or so man-hours to repair, assuming you could get wood and a sail.
I walk over. I am pretty handy with an axe there, but I'm not the best carpenter, Captain.
Did you happen to bring an axe, young man?
I don't. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Well, then perhaps we get to mining up the ore and smelting it down.
It may be possible to create an axe if we had the tools,
Well-
but I don't have anything.
I mean, I did pull my axe out earlier, so I'm assuming we were able to bring some of the items we had on our person.
Yeah, you
Okay.
magically managed to,
Okay.
despite the storm and the refuse, carry everything in your starting inventories.
What time of day do we think it is?
That is an
Judging from the
excellent
sky.
question. You mid-afternoon at this point.
Okay. Captain, I think at some point we're going to have to think about shelter.
Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, I don't know that it's safe to venture out farther into the jungle without more assurance that we can find something before nightfall. So, perhaps the beach is a good place, unless anyone else has any suggestions. I will admit I'm not the most, I'm not at my best on land, shall we say.
It's the only place a man should be on this earth. If
Earth.
this is even earth. Yes.
Well, that is something I've been meaning to ask. You see, we noticed earlier that the constellations were quite different from those I'm familiar with. Perhaps some of you may have traveled the world and seen different constellations than those I know of. Where are we? Do you know?
I've never seen those constellations in my life. Furthermore, I've never seen a beast like we saw earlier.
I will agree with that.
Oh, God's creation is broad and deep, my friend. It could be any number of places that could house, go over to the corpse, this manner of creature. His claws are still intact, yes. Let me remove some of these yellowback claws, these claws of this creature, yes.
Yeah, raptor claws, indeed. Improvised weapon, raptor dagger, strength plus d4.
I have a question about our skills.
Yeah.
So I have a boating, and that's different than like sailing or navigating. So I feel like navigating you would have some knowledge of the stars. I'm assuming my boating skill is void of that.
No, boating is, it's kind of all encompassing. You have a special skill in your navigations as you've been a navigator professionally. But
Okay.
that being said, you are most aware that this is not, I mean, you knew where you were on the equator. Like, that wasn't the stars.
Right. Okay. Roger that. I just didn't know where the division was.
Is the ship or the boat that's there big enough to be like a makeshift shelter?
It has a below deck area, certainly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Uh,
Well,
For as long as we've
Does anybody
been,
want to inspect below deck
Inspect the deck?
area?
that would be.
I thought we
you
already
could-
had, but yeah.
Yeah, no, we've kind of wandered around and like nobody said, "Hey, what's inside the ship?" Yeah, it is junk. I mean, but it does look seaworthy. In addition, there are 2 4-pounder cannons, corroded and rusted, but 10 cannonballs and what looks like enough miraculously preserved powder in there to fire it 10 times. So,
Interesting.
would
Excellent.
this vessel be, ocean bound, it, would be armed, albeit lightly. Don't be taking on a galleon or a frigate or something, but a 4-pounder is nothing to joke at.
While they're over there, if anybody is outside the boat, they may see a wave of blue flame coming out of Avon's hands. Yeah, a 15-foot cone of fire kind of like washes up and then forward from Avon's feet, like it's growing out of the ground and then flowing
Burns
forward.
the boat down.
That specifically is.
yeah, I would say ever since the fight, Scroot has not taken his eyes off of Ambrose.
Right, yeah. Now that's wacky. Well, alchemist tricks or something, right? I mean, what do you chalk that up to? But so we're gonna have a moment of downtime while everybody gets their sort here, which means we are going to run an interlude, and everybody will receive a Benny should they choose to participate in this optional interlude extravagance. So we will, here these. We will. Brian O'Brien, would you like to participate in an interlude?
Yeah, I would love to.
Excellent, Brian O'Brien. You have gotten a spade, right? Which means that there are 3 ways that you can, earn your Benny here. 1, by spending this downtime alone in quiet contemplation, and you'll describe what you're doing during this downtime. 2, you will tell us of a great personal triumph in your backstory, just kind of, getting to know everybody, getting out there. Or 3, you can tell us about a difficult obstacle you have negotiated along your path here.
Man, truth or dare? I should have picked the dare.
Downtime's a great cop-out. You can just sit there and sharpen a knife.
Yeah. I will. Don't think I have a sharpener.
Yeah, you don't. Boo.
Didn't. But yeah, I'm going to try and check out the mast and try and see where it broke and see if I can, clean up some of that break by like shortening it and clean up this
Yeah, that will be a repair roll.
Roger that. That seems to be unskilled.
Dun, dun, dun!
Hey, look at that.
Hey,
Some
that doesn't matter.
explosions.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was, it wasn't even hardly damaged. It looks like most of it was just buried under the sand, actually.
Thank you for.
Yeah, you have a full, the mast is 100% functional, were you to get a sail and some, timbers, properly milled timbers. You could patch this ship up and get it out to sea. But that's what you're doing during your downtime there? You are just inspecting the mast?
Yes.
Are you singing a song from your childhood or anything while you do so?
Probably humming.
What are you humming? Hum for us, a little character exposition as you work.
Oh.
Gotta go to work all day.
Any Irish tune that he can
Any
think of.
Irish tune you can think of. This is the role playing that people come to the League of Gentlemen Explorers for.
Lovely. He is in deep dark silence. He is
Just, oh yeah,
not.
brooding.
He is.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. There you go. All right, despite my better judgment, I'll let you have a penny for that. It was... Captain Porter, would you like to participate in a dramatic interlude?
Absolutely.
Captain Porter, you have drawn a diamond. So you are studying or working on an object of some sort. You were telling us something that your hero wants or already has, recognition, political goal, or even a trip you wish to take to some amazing destination. Or a trek, how you found something that helped you along your way, an oasis, minor treasure, you know.
Okay. I think I might combine those. What I'd like to do during this downtime, in between now and sundown, is kind of fend off any protests against wandering off alone, and probably not too intelligently, but I'd like to wander and try and find like a hill or some kind of outcropping or something, and if I have to maybe get through the jungle a little bit of ways to do that. What I want to do is I want to get up to a high point so I can kind of observe the lay of the land, so I can get a feel for what's around and kind of where where we might need to be going.
A trek of a couple of hours to the
Okay.
mountain range that sits above the canopy. It is thick jungle forest. There are some cliffs you could scale, but I mean, they are also topped with thick jungle canopy. That being said, were you to scale the cliff there to the left of the map, you could then scale a tree there, and in doing so, perhaps get a better point of view.
Yeah, I think that sounds better than wandering hours through the jungle on my own.
Right, yeah. Why don't we then get a climbing roll from you?
Yay.
I would have sent the boy Screwed up there, but that's just me.
That's no good.
That is-
I'm going to use a penny on that roll.
All right.
Oh, that's even worse. Like critical failure.
Yeah, no, that's woof. So, yeah, you are going to have scaled most of the way up the cliff, right? When what you thought was a secure handheld turned out to be sandstone, and there is a brief shout, and you fall down and take a level of bumps and bruises from landing in the sand below. About a 10-foot fall, get the wind knocked out of you.
I deserve it.
Yeah, that was rough. But yeah, you did not manage to ascertain anything, new. But hey, you got your Benny back for the effort there. So you are applauded, Captain Porter. Everybody else just sees the captain make it like 15 feet up the cliff face, fall down, Wilhelm scream, and then kind of, stand up, adjust his jacket, and pretend like it was all, yes, quite good, quite. All right, excellent. Chef, would you like to participate in the dramatic interlude?
Of course.
Excellent. Chef, You've gotten a clubs. You
Tragedy.
brood or are angry about something. What is it, and how do you misbehave? There's a minor misfortune from your past, something revealing of your hindrances or a dark secret,
Yeah.
or a hardship that you overcame. A
So who's
personal
around?
tragedy.
Who's around me? I'm really
Well,
just.
I imagine
I'm probably-
you're still engaged in the butchering of this animal here. You know, so
Let's,
Scroot likely.
You're
He's-
probably
let's-
bossing
let's-
me around.
Yeah, Scroot, boy, get over here.
Yes, sir.
As I'm cleaning the animal and chopping things up, I start talking to Scroot. You know, kid, it's been probably maybe 30 years since I was marooned on an island like this. Did I ever tell you why I left Day King?
I don't say anything out loud, but I roll my eyes like I've heard this probably 30 or 40 times.
Nice.
You know, my father was also a chef, and when I was younger, about a little bit younger than you, he took me out. He would take me and my brothers out on the merchant vessel, and we hit some bad waves, much like we saw here, except without all the tentacles, and got marooned on an island very much like this. Almost exactly like this. A couple days passed, pirate ship came, and you know, we knew we were in danger. They came ashore. My father tried to reason with them. You know, many of the people from the ship, the rest of the crew, the pirates killed them, and I ran into the forest. My father and my brother stayed and tried to protect the other crew members, and I was frozen by fear, and I watched them slaughter my family.
I just picture Scroot like mouthing along like the tempo. Even he's heard it so much, you know, the beat. He's like, and then they killed my family. You know, like.
Yeah.
No, but continue. Sorry, don't mean to ruin your.
No.
your super
You know,
serious personal moment.
Chef is starting to even tear up a bit.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, I couldn't move. I was frozen. I watched them kill my brother and my father, and I didn't do anything. That night, and he looks at his cleaver. He's like, I snuck back in that camp, and I found my father's cleaver, and I slaughtered each and every one of them, each and every one of those men.
Oh, not women and
Wow.
children too.
Yeah.
Do you hate sand?
Yeah, it's of course
Which
it
is-
gets irritating.
This is sort of the reason why he's a pacifist today.
Right. Yeah.
A
But this is the
pacifist
shame he
after I
carries.
saw him rip apart a dinosaur.
Yeah. Well, against humans. He's
Yeah.
gonna kill some
Yeah.
animals. Plus it was food. You know, and he tells the story. You know, I haven't been back to Day King since that day because I shaved my family. I did not fight and die with them. Boy, did I tell you this story before? Are you paying attention, Screw?
Yeah, chef. Of course I am.
So let this be a lesson to you. If we get into trouble, you need to stand by the captain. Stay by me, stay by the captain and fight. I wouldn't want to see you shamed like I was. Now
Yeah.
look, run along.
Excellent.
Go.
And I think Scroot, he is terrified of Chef.
Yeah. No shit. Right.
But he's been around him long enough that he's quick enough to kind of keep out of his grasp, and smart enough to keep out of his reach. Yeah, I think he has bad dreams about Chef at night.
Awkward. Excellent interlude. Fantastic. Violence in his past forced him to be peaceful now. A man of few words, but big actions. And when he speaks, boy, you should listen. Ambrose, would you like to participate in a dramatic interlude?
Of course.
Ambrose, you have drawn the Joker, which, never mind. We're going to draw you another one, because that doesn't actually have a category. There
Oh,
we
what
go.
What
You
a
have
waste
drawn-
of a Joker.
I know, right? Spades. It resets. Don't worry. Well. So, great victory or personal triumph. a difficult obstacle that you have negotiated, or time alone in quiet contemplation doing so?
Let's see. Personal triumph. Personal triumph. It took. It took 50 odd years to triumph, but I have, in the end, triumphed. When
Now,
I was
one
in.
sec, are you standing there at the back of the boat by yourself
No.
right now, just like expositioning to the waves? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it works. It works. I'm feeling it.
I like to imagine that everyone calls Scroot over to tell them their
All
joke.
right, Scrooge, come here, boy.
Boy, come here.
And now Scroot is super attentive now.
All right, well,
He's a plot device.
He's not gonna miss anything about this freaking fire wielder.
Yes. This person who can bend fire to his will.
Patent pending.
I tell you, child, I have triumphed finally over age, over nature, and over Daniel Sedan.
How did you do that?
That's not really the question you asked with that prompting, but fine, I will answer that. It was a rival of mine at Cambridge while we were studying the Tyroconium chimicum.
Should have studied it a little harder, it sounds like, but yeah.
Tyrocinium chiricum.
Your big words make me shaken.
Level of fatigue from the bumps and bruises from
Yes.
that fucking
Yes.
ear.
We're finally getting it out, yes.
You're speaking a foreign language.
If you are unfamiliar with it, which I'm certain you are, it is a chemistry textbook, primarily meant to educate apothecaries and pharmaceuticals, but I was able to see truths hidden in it. You see, Jean Beguin, he hid hidden equations in it, and I was able to see that. That's how I carry with me. And I reached in for the vial that I had been carrying for 40 odd years, and remember that it was shattered, and kind of remembered that it worked. I found how to reverse age, boy. When you saw me the first time, I was this way, but I was an old man. When the ship sank, when I sank beneath the waves, I was an old man, but now I'm young again, and nothing can stop me. I can shoot fire from my hands. God's own power. The flames of perdition to cast down our enemies. If I could see him now, Sedan, of course, I would burn him to the ground. Alas, he died of plague some years ago. I can only settle for finding his grave and then pissing on it once we return to England. You may leave now, boy.
Yeah.
Everyone just unloads their shit on Scruton. Like, get out.
Yeah, thank you, yes.
You should be
On
used
to
to
the
that,
next.
Scroot, which of men just unloading.
You hit that 18 and over, folks. I'm just saying, yikes.
Now we know where he gets his name from.
Can I take your Benny back? Scrooge,
No.
would you like to participate in a dramatic interlude?
Absolutely.
Scroot is going to go off and talk.
Right, yeah, no doubt. Scrooge is gonna go and cry for an hour. Scrooge, you got spades, so you can spend time alone in quiet contemplation, talk about a great victory or personal triumph, or a difficult obstacle that you have negotiated.
Yeah, I think Scroot. We're gonna go with the main hindrance here, and Scroot is going to let his curiosity get the best of him, and kind of sneak off into the edge of the forest. Maybe not like going anywhere far. He's just gonna kind of, I don't know, scope out the tree line. While he processes everyone's monologues.
yeah, you wander a few feet into the tree line, and it takes absolutely no time at all to lose the sound of the,
Yeah.
beach for the dense jungle. It is dim, and occasionally there are dramatic flute sounds. But you wander for a little while, just kind of kicking around, doing like G-Shuck stuff, looking for rocks to throw. And
Da-da-da-da.
I would like a notice roll from you.
Oh,
Boy, you notice that there are a lot of trees in here.
man, there's so many trees here. Also, remember, Scroot hasn't been like on real land ever.
Right.
Maybe like docks occasionally, but he's literally been on a vessel his entire life.
Right, so I mean,
that
you're
he can
probably
remember.
uneasy with the lack of the motion. The ground terra firma is just that, too firma,
Hmm.
But, yeah, you notice nothing in the woods, and, what are you thinking to yourself there?
I think he is kind of wide-eyed, thinking that this opportunity is incredible. I think he was a slave, kind of been traded around a little bit, and so this is a chance at like real freedom. He doesn't necessarily have to work off his whatever indentured debt was there before.
Mm-hmm.
He has a shot at like being his own man, and I think he's excited about that. Um, kind of excited to fill his own britches.
Excellent. And with that, you make it back to the beach unmolested. And, well, guys, it is growing late in the evening, and we should probably think about setting up some kind of camp.
Ooh, nighttime. That was cool.
I think.
Yeah, I try to get a fire started with some scrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I think after I unsuccessfully climbed up the cliff face there, Captain Porter would go and just try and find whatever dry pieces of wood he could find for a fire.
Excellent. Excellent. Survival roll at a +2.
All right.
Excellent.
Just to get the fire, so there's plenty of wood.
Well, if y'all needed any help with the fire,
That's true. Yeah, I know. I got that on lock, he says. And
Yep,
blows
I
up
got
the
it.
I
remnants
got
of the
this.
ship.
I got this, Captain.
And
Ah.
yeah, evening
Indeed you do.
grows. You guys get a nice little fire going. Why is there not water noise? There it is.
it's very low tide. It's very far away.
Right.
There you go.
But we should probably get some kind of watch order, huh?
I'll go to bed first.
I'll keep watch first.
All right, so get the order established. So first up, we have Chef. First watch. Who's on second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Brian O'Brien is on second watch. Third watch.
I can take watch after that.
Captain Porter, middle of the pack. Scroot and Ambrose, who's next?
Screwed is.
Ambrose is going to take last watch. Be up at dawn. All right, everybody is at full power points currently. Why doesn't Captain Porter give me a vigor roll to see if slumber is nice enough to remove his level of bumps and bruises? Oh, it is. After the exhausting day you've had, you pass right out and do not wake up until your, watch shift. So, in order of watch, let's see if anything happens here. No. I'm not gonna, no. Oh my god, really?
I mean, I'll take it.
Did it automatically do it?
Hey, all right. There's one. And there is. Oh, where there is it? All right, so. Brian O'Brien, Chef, your watch is completely uneventful. Give me a notice roll at a -2 due to the dim moonlit condition.
Wait, I thought. Oh, was Chef first?
No,
Sorry.
no, Chef, nothing happens on Chef's watch. He was good there.
Oh, my bad.
So it's my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, sorry.
Notice roll at a -2.
Oh,
That's a yikes, dog.
yeah. Super yikes.
All right. You notice nothing. Captain Porter, give me a notice roll at a -2. You notice nothing. Scroot, give me a notice roll at a -2. You notice nothing. Ambrose, give me a notice roll at flat dice as the sun is coming up. Excellent. It is 2/3 of the way into your watch when you are certain that you have seen a wee figure.
I shoot a fireball up into the air to act like a flare, just to give you some more light.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Everybody else wakes the fuck. I mean, woo! You know, like So there is definite movement as at least 4 figures trash off into the jungle. There was one initially that you saw, but there were multiple in the tree line that apparently had established positions that you had been unable to visually locate until you saw them go, oh fuck.
What's up with the blue fire, bud?
There are some locals.
Give me another notice roll.
Some locals.
Yes.
These fellows seem dressed in red or covered in some kind of red plants or I don't know.
Would any of us have woken up quick enough to see them, or just him?
I would allow you to take a notice roll at a -2 due to your grogginess. Anybody else that wants to see if they you know. I think what you mostly notice is the sky explode, but we could see here. Porter, man, those notice rolls not on fire. Brian as well, that makes sense. Screw it, we going for it? We're gonna try and lay eyes on these.
His eyes are glued to the firework that just went off in the sky.
Yeah, not even gonna try. Just like whoa. Excellent. And with that, everybody is awake, and it is a brave new day.
Well, we have to worry about the fact that there are people on this island, not just creatures.
And the fact that they know we're here.
Which way did they go?
Straight into
Ambrose.
the jungle. That was evident to anybody. Hey, while you're staring up at the fireball, Scroot, give me a notice roll at a +2. There is a column of smoke rising up some distance down the beach, maybe a mile down the beach. To the,
Captain.
well, if you had to use the sun, you would say northwest, but who knows, you know?
Captain, look, do you see the smoke there? Do you see that there?
I'm assuming I can just see it as he points it out.
Yeah, he's pointed it out now. Everybody's.
What is that? Do you suppose there were other
Well,
survivors?
Captain, I think that's a fire.
Thick black
Yes,
smoke,
indeed.
You know, not like a
Indeed.
campfire,
Must
unless
have
somebody's
screwed.
burning something really green, you know?
I would. Do you suppose the jungle's on fire? I don't know how possible that is. It seems jungles are quite lush and tropical, but
Hey, what
that
the fuck
seems...
has Ambrose been doing on Last Watch, huh? You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wander
they would
off
have
to take
heard.
a leak, start a forest fire, you know?
Maybe we should go investigate, Captain.
Well, Give me a second. Okay, just wanted to check my hindrances, make sure I wasn't cautious. Okay.
Nah, fuck that.
Indeed. Well, it certainly seems better than sitting around here waiting to be attacked by natives. May as well.
Agreed.
Are you guys going to eat before you go?
Cook up some of this here. Maybe some these eggs.
Steak and
Yeah.
eggs.
Everybody remove a provision from their inventories. They should be awarded and split from third-party inventory. You have consumed everything you need to eat today to avoid a level of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
But with that established, we're setting off down the beach. Excellent.
Ambrose is either going to be at the back of a line or near the back.
That's an excellent position. Let's establish a marching order. Who's up front?
I would imagine that I'd be either first or second. If I'm not first, I would probably tell Scroot to go first.
Yeah, Scroot's gonna be first, I think. Curious
Okay.
and boss around. He's gonna be first.
Who is after Master Porter?
I'll be behind Porter.
Porter, and we don't have to be in a straight line. We could be in a delta wing, all kinds of stuff. But all right, Ambrose in the back. That'll leave Brian there, and fourth, that'll help establish who dies. No, nothing.
So I can't remove the provision somehow. Don't know.
You just click on the box and hit 2. You just have to change it.
Yeah, it doesn't give a very good indicator that you've activated the box field, but if you double click on it, you can just manually change the text.
Gotcha.
It's one of the
Okay.
things I'm hoping they update in the Unity edition coming out here in a few months.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, y'all are still learning this with the exception of Drew and Larry, so. But, yeah, no idea where we are, but we are wandering and wandering and wandering ever closer to what becomes apparent as you guys round a peninsula to be a frigate of a recognizable make. It's from Earth. It doesn't look like some strange alien ship that is burning nearly to the waterline. There is a scattering of corpses around it, all of which are human.
Is
Right.
it beached?
It is beached, yes. Beached and burning.
Mm.
Does it look like a British frigate?
It does, in fact, yes.
Okay.
If
Well,
you
as soon as I
larger.
give me a common knowledge roll at a -1.
Okay.
Indeed, it looks like the frigate, the HMS Rebecca.
Okay. Well, as soon as I see that, I would just make a beeline for the frigate.
Mhm.
It's British, and run and see if I can see any identify any survivors.
That's no British ship. That's bigger than any ship in the fleet.
Right? Yeah, no shit. What are you talking about, British?
Like,
Excellent. Excellent. But, yeah, there is but one survivor. Just a boatswain, and he's on his way out.
Master Bosun,
Coughing
what?
up blood, like delirious, you know.
Yeah, I'll try and get his attention. Master Bosun, what happened? Where did you come from? How did you beach? What happened here?
A storm.
You were caught in a storm. We were too.
He reaches up and like grabs your lapels and he goes, "The red men, they'll eat you.
Wow.
The captain." And then, you know, after delivering this bit of expedition, dies.
Expedition.
Wait, one more thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. They dragged them into the jungle. If you follow the stream, you'll probably get closer. Yeah.
Well, the bosun here. I'm talking to everyone else now. The bosun here said that the red men carried off the captain and perhaps some others into the jungle.
Red men?
oh, those men I sent off scurrying with my my fire powers.
The natives.
Yes. They were just in red.
That sounds.
Did I
super
hear him
racist.
say they will eat us?
He did indeed. They'll eat us now.
Now that you
It's
look
terrifying.
around, you notice that some of these corpses are missing the inner parts of their thighs, their underarm,
Cannibals.
I start looking around. I know this is morbid, but sifting through the bodies. I also look to see if there's anything that can help us repair the other boat.
Yeah, the
boat
sail's
is
still intact?
nearly burned to the water line, but the mast burned over and fell into the water. There is enough sail here that you could definitely rig up a sail on the boat, and there are enough timbers below the water line that with a bit of man labor, you could pry off enough to patch and make repairs.
Captain, look, sail, timbers. Maybe if we take this back, we can do a little bit of work on the other boat.
Indeed, Master Chef. Let's do our best to get this out of the water. Captain Porter is not doing well with seeing people, people, especially Englishmen who have been eaten.
Mm-hmm. Are you
Ambrose
guys gonna have to
is,
spend 2 days burying everybody? Because it's the
Oh.
proper thing to do.
Chef is like the exact
absolutely.
opposite. He's kind of just walking over the body,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
pushing
I
them out
think
of the
Scroot's-
way.
I think Scroot's even worse. He's probably going through pockets.
Yeah.
Ambrose examining wounds, checking everything, studying what's happened. Wants to know more about how they were taken down. He's a
Ambrose.
strong Englishman.
Ambrose,
Give me a thievery
they're
roll.
dead, buddy.
Ambrose, medicine.
All right. Huh. When the rule I mentioned.
Master Scroot, normally I cannot condone such
well, I guess
behavior,
that's
but I suppose
It's
it's
an
better
unskilled roll.
that their goods fall into our hands than fall into the hands of these cannibals.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to roll a stealth roll so that the captain doesn't see me. Sorry.
Oh, wait, no. Analyzing certain kinds of forensic evidence, that's still a healing roll.
Oh, wait, there you go. They were hacked to death. Primitive weapons. Nothing bladed. In fact, you find part of a spearhead in one of them, lodged in their skull. The cuts, while they do seem to indicate like a purposeful butchering, right, do not seem like they were, done artfully. Nobody took a scalpel to these dudes. Not that you would know what a scalpel was,
There's some expertise in these
You
wounds.
find a cutlass, Scroot.
Cool.
But with that stealth roll, I mean, it's a cutlass. That would be at a -2 to hide that from the captain's clearly seeing you lift a cutlass off this corpse and start waving it around.
Yeah, no. Once I find and I see something shiny, and so I sneak over, I bend down, see that it's a giant sword, realize I can't hide it. So then I just kind of pick it up and I'll kind of carry it back to the group. Look what I found.
Oh, Master Scroot, did you take that off the body of the dead?
Were they using that anymore?
I mean, yeah, he's not using it.
It's improper. But, whatever. In this circumstance, I shall make an exception. Only because clearly we're dealing with something that we do not understand, and these cannibals will just as likely bury it in the sand or, I don't know, use it for some nefarious purpose, so it's better in your hands. Just this once.
We're going to let Scroot keep the cutlass.
Yeah.
Correction, Scroot can't carry the cutlass.
He's
Yeah.
dragging it in the sand because his little stick arms can't lift it.
Well, no, you're only holding half the.
I mean, that's true, but he's willing to share it. He just feels cool holding it right now.
All right. Well, I will put it in the party inventory, and anybody that would like a cutlass for themselves can take this short sword and rename it cutlass at their leisure.
Brian has been, after he's seen that the coast is fairly clear, he's been going to work directly and just chopping at the boat.
Yeah.
To
give me a repair roll at a -2.
Get some of those timbers.
We
Well,
do not
I-
have the.
I am unskilled.
And I'm helping, by the way. I've been digging on the.
Give me a repair roll for the assist.
With the negative.
No. You're just assisting him. So he's going to get the -2 for doing it without tools. But your words of encouragement or whatever, that Joker bonus should not be there. So no, it is a repair roll at a -2, which means you have to ace it to do it. But you are welcome to try and pull one of those planks off the side of the ship with your bare ass
There we
hands.
go.
Which
Wait.
you do.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't. I was using my axe.
Oh, well, in that case, you managed to pull some off without damaging them beyond the point of feasibility. Despite being thoroughly tarred and nailed into place, they give way. And it looks like you have procured enough timbers to be able to patch the holes in that boat.
Haven't you ever played axe tar board?
Yeah,
You ever
axe
play
tar
that?
board, or, it's just like Minecraft. You walk up, you punch the thing a couple of times, right? It becomes perfectly human planks,
Exactly. That's how I learned.
Wow.
But that
That's
is
true.
15 pounds of lumber, which if we were going to go on an expedition to look into the jungle, might be best left here. We got 15 pounds of lumber, we got 20 pounds of sail. These are things we are just going to be walking back to the boat, I'd imagine, unless one of you just really wants to, become an actual porter.
Do we need to collect pitch or anything?
No!
Okay, gotcha. All right.
No, just
Master
the lumber
O'Brien.
and the sail, yeah.
Okay.
I could mistake you for a bosun. I noticed the work you did on the mast at the other boat near where we landed, and of course your work here with the rigging and such. I'm quite surprised.
Captain, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's all luck.
Well, sometimes a spot of luck is just what we need.
I couldn't agree more with you.
The luck of the Irish.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, come on, man.
He's got a leprechaun in his
You
pocket.
can't softball him like that, and then
Well, I did lob that up pretty well.
But so what's the game plan, guys?
We need to
I
grab
say
the
we take
sail.
the stuff back to the boat.
Oh, fuck the people in the jungle. Just
No, we'll get to them. Just we gotta put the shit away.
all right. So we're gonna walk back to the mile
How-
back to the boat.
Yeah, I'll help carry the sail.
Yeah, I'll definitely help.
All
wherever
right.
I
If
can.
everybody's participating and just carrying it back, we don't need to inventory it up, and we have it next
Okay.
to the skiff. Skiff's still there, exactly where you left it. Raptor carcass. Nothing new in the area. In
Yeah.
order to repair the boat, we're looking at 1d6 man hours and another repair roll at a -2. Just 1 hour, strangely.
And then we just leave the island now.
And then just we just skip all this,
This is
stuff
what
I
we
had
do, Will.
prepared and made me.
This is what we do.
Yeah, I know. No, this used to happen so much when this was Tate and Miles. I'd be like, hey guys, what about this dangling plot hook? And they're like, I'm going to shoot this fucking NPC. Like, it was so rough. It was so rough. I hated it. I secretly loved it, but I also hated it. But this is much more structured. We're pirates. Well, we're not pirates yet. We will be, despite Captain Porter's objections. But
So Captain Porter, though, will insist as soon as we're done doing that we go back, because it's the honorable thing to do to rescue
Right.
the British captain.
they are Englishmen. Yeah.
If he was, Spanish or French, leave him. But he's British after all.
Captain, judging from the men on the shore, I don't think there's gonna be much left. I say we get out of here.
Those raptors will be back anytime. They can smell the blood. Or those creatures, sorry, not raptors.
Well, if they're predatory and there's a nest nearby, they may have a territory that extends out beyond a mile or so. Could be.
Oh,
Well, and if
The
they're
nearest
predatory,
rival would be.
they might not be carry-on feeders either.
Now that you mention it, Ambrose, we only have a few days' rations. If we
We
make
need
the-
to go
we
get
should-
more.
We're gonna need more food.
And if those red
This
men
is
eat
true.
anything besides people, we could probably perhaps either trade if they're peaceable. They could have been just butchering the dead.
Hey, we give him screw.
Screw, give me a retroactive notice roll for your little sprint in the jungle.
How much do you think we can get for the boy?
Huh.
Yeah, you did see all kinds of strange fruits you've never seen before in there, dotting, trees and bushes. Good luck knowing what will kill you or, make your face go numb and give you energy.
I was gonna mention that Chef, as we walk through the forest, I was gonna say he keeps an eye out with his survival skills if he sees any potential items that look like he would notice.
Are we going to go in the jungle then after the
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Before we begin, men, prepare yourselves for battle. These so-called red men have declared themselves enemies of the crown by kidnapping British sailors, and as such, they are worthy of no recourse from us. If we encounter them, be prepared to kill them if you must.
They will get Victoria's justice?
The Lord Protector, actually. There is no crown anymore. We are a republic. We are a republic.
Well, you guys
Oliver
are going
Cromwell rules the country.
to have a very long and disturbing conversation here at
Since-
some point.
Yeah.
Oliver Cromwell, excuse you, sir.
The Lord Protector of England. We did
Have
away
you-
with the
have you no
monarchy.
idea who the king is?
Screwed is halfway down the beach.
Yeah, Brian.
The dead
Brian
man
doesn't care.
that the Republicans did away with?
Oh, we're
Or do you
walking
mean
back to the
that
boat at this
imposter?
point, or the
Yeah,
front
yeah.
one, yeah.
I imagine that these two are just hanging back, having
Right.
a very elaborate argument.
This is madness. First, the ship that is larger than any that I have seen in the Lord Protector's navy you're saying is British, and now you're saying we have a king when we haven't had a king for 3 years.
My good sir, that line is a ship of the line of His Majesty's Navy, HMS Rebecca. Have you no eyes?
It is twice as big as any ship that sails the sea.
Clearly, you are mistaken. The ship that I was sailing on before that blasted storm was equally the size of that.
What is this king's name of his navy?
King George, of course. What king?
King
what
George
king could
what?
you possibly refer? I actually don't remember. Is it the third?
Oh yeah.
Are we in some time hijinks here? Is there a man out of time currently? Or a man out of,
Yes. His
All
body
of
went
you-
back in time while traveling forwards in time.
So
The last king we had was King Charles the First.
So
Are
one
we
of
on
these guys
Wikipedia?
is from England 1500 something. One of these guys is from England 1800 something.
1650.
Oh, 1650. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Yes, King George III. I was right. Okay, cool.
The
King
third.
Charles the First was the last king of England before
King
Oliver
Charles,
Cromwell.
are you mad? How old are you? I can tell you what. Well, I can't. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Before I came here, I was 68 years old.
68
now
years old. That's nowhere near old enough to be remembering Oliver Cromwell. Excuse you, sir.
As advanced in age as I was, did not affect my memory.
Hey, Chef, does any of that make sense to you?
I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
Screw doesn't know the name of any king, British or otherwise.
Nope. It's
But
all
we-
fairy tales.
So,
Have
okay.
Oh, yeah. mhm.
Sorry. As he's discussing this, Captain Porter will ask, now, my good sir, my dear British gentleman, what make you of the rebellion in the colonies?
The colonies. The Puritans were sent there in exile some 35 years ago.
The Puritans.
They're-
Puritans indeed.
They're loyal to the Lord Protector.
Are
in
you
so
not
much
aware?
as that they are run by this
Are
governor.
you not aware of their rebellion against the kingdom?
There
Is
is
the
but
empire.
one English colony in Virginia. Perhaps in the Carolinas, maybe.
He's talking about that Roanoke nonsense.
Yeah.
Chef nudges Scroot and says, "Look, let this be a lesson to you. Never take work on a British ship. This is the kind of crap I have to deal with."
Well, you know, I was a slave, so wasn't much of a choice.
Well, if what we're doing to the Irish right now is any indication of how we will treat the colonists, they will all be dead within a week.
Well, the Irish are the Irish. I think upon that we can agree.
Brian
we-
O'Brien, Irish
Common
clams.
ground. They
Nope.
found common ground in hatred.
Brian has, as soon as they started talking politics, he went out of earshot.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
even care.
Not even here.
Did no, not even gonna get
Non-participant.
fired up. Yeah.
Well, another thing we can agree on as Englishmen is that we have an Englishman in queue.
In what
And we
you
have
broke up
secured. Have an Englishman in need of rescue, and we have secured our supplies to repair that boat. So that once we acquire that Englishman, we can bring him back here, get that ship fixed, and be gone with ourselves.
Yeah, maybe he can settle your little debate. How about we go find that guy?
That is indeed sage advice, Master Chef. Let us continue.
And with that-
you'd ever shut up.
We have made it down to the burned out wreck of the Rebecca and are ready to begin our ingress into the savage lands of Torath-ka. But before that, we are going to take our mid-show break. Thank you so much for watching so far, everybody. We really appreciate you being here. Big shout out to Commander Root. I love that you're here. Shiloh May, you're wonderful. The Stray Cast, you guys rock as always. V and K, thank you for showing up. Hit that follow button. Yeah. And everybody survived the first half. Please stick around for the second. We will be right back, mateys. we are back. Thank you for hanging out with us through the interlude.
I thought there was a bong noise, by the way.
Yeah, it sounded like it. Yeah, but it
I
was
had to look at the camera. I was like, wait, who's
all right.
smoking a
Yeah,
bong?
no, just a water bottle bubbling noise. But I believe that these folks had decided that they were going to wander into the jungle in the hopes of finding the crew members that were dragged off by what the dying boatswain referred to as red men. But with
Red
that
mob.
established, we are going to wander into the jungle. It is a dense canopy overhead. The light is nigh blocked out, and the going is rough. In fact, there is very little by way of a trail. I am going to need the first survival roll from whoever is attempting to follow. Oh, well, you don't
Joker
have
bonus
that
is still on
Joker
there for some
bonus.
reason.
I got to remove that. Man, this is banging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling the music here.
There we go.
All right, Captain Porter. On the first bit, you notice a scrap of what could only be described as a naval uniform. That looks like it was intentionally torn and left.
I recognize this fabric. It's naval uniform. Let's continue. We're on the right track.
You go for an hour into the woods now, or jungle, I should say. I mean, you don't get flute sounds like this in the woods, you know? God, I love that so much. I have another one too, ancient flute, in case you're feeling a little more mystical.
Oh yeah.
Some truths are being revealed.
Willie's
Right,
impressing
yeah.
himself.
I like to think those are just the bird calls.
Right. But, it is ungodly hot and humid. We're talking 95 degrees. And this is going to invoke a vigor roll from everybody due to the rough traveling and intense sweltering heat. Ooh, Scroot, your young body is unable to stand. Brian, maybe if you weren't wearing 3 layers. Both of you, I am afraid, are going to be fatigued due to the, incredible heat and difficulty of the travel. You guys wander for another half hour or so, and even through the canopy you can see that clouds are beginning to gather overhead. It seems as though the weather changes rapidly here. But in addition to the onslaught of weather, you come across a small creek with what appears to be drinkable water. Unfortunately, in addition to the creek, you are beset by horrible swarms of mosquitoes.
Oh,
So you can't open your mouth without swallowing some. They're just a carnivorous cloud eating you alive. And this irritates Brian O'Brien to no end. I mean, 100 mosquito bites in a minute. They're the size of like Buicks. They are crazy. You can feel each one as they jab into you. And if only there was some kind of relief. And with that, you feel the air all around you coalesce and stop and still. And you roll Zephyr.
Right.
Yeah, I for some reason, okay, like I just was on the tab.
Woof. And unfortunately,
Yeah, he's
just...
using it,
there
Benny.
you go. There you go.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, because that was another vigor roll for everybody otherwise, which would be, we could have double fatigue going on here, going into that'd be a bad sitch. But, yeah, like I said, the air stops and coalesces and then sucks into a pinpoint inside your mind and explodes outward with a concussive force, dispersing the insects and leaving you guys next to the tranquil waters of the creek.
What was that? Did you feel that? Was that me? Did you?
I look over at the doctor, and I think it was him again. Like,
No. It was the Irishman. He has the wind at his command.
that's strange. He's still quite skeptical.
Do it again. Do it again, Brian.
Use your other 5 power points.
Maybe just a small gust, you know.
If I eat the right food, I can do that.
Prove it to them, yes.
Screw. Does everyone get magical powers here? What are my magical powers? He just starts trying to push the air and make
Indeed,
something
Screw.
cool happen.
You can retrieve items I tell you to retrieve.
Your power is looking extra delicious.
You are quite skilled.
He tries to see if he can, make the leaves on the trees, sway more.
Give me a straight spell casting roll. No spell associated with it.
Okay. Inshallah.
Indeed, you're holding up your hand and nothing happens, right? You're concentrating real hard, veins are showing up on your forehead, accentuating the pirate brand, right? And it looks like nothing's happening, and you kind of go, fuck, and give up, right? And then you notice that as you inhale, right, the leaves all, with your breath, and as you exhale, they all blow out.
Not as
That's
impressive as
strange
the
indeed.
little whirlwind you had there earlier, but still, nonetheless, admirable.
I guess it was me.
Wow.
What if it's
you
lightning?
make Amazing.
Did anything happen?
I think I saw something. Yes.
Yes, yeah, the trees and the branches, they kind of swayed in as you inhaled and then blew them away a little bit.
Scroot,
Yeah.
do it again. Do it again, Scroot. I think I saw something.
Oh,
There it was. That mosquito. Did you see it? It sort of
Oh, no, I didn't. I don't
quite
have
impressive,
powers.
Master Scroot.
Does anybody want to rest here for an hour? Drink some water, maybe? See if they can't get rid of some of that heat stroke?
Screw
I'm
it.
gonna.
I think you might need some water. Why don't you try it first?
Yeah, Scroot's curious. He's gonna go up to the water, and he's gonna kind of get down in it, and drink it a little bit.
Chef watches closely. See if he dies.
Give me a vigor roll. I am afraid that there's just not enough. You can't get enough.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, no. Nah, you just need more water. God, so much water. But now I'm afraid that you cannot break your heat stroke with the water. Unless you want to spend another Benny, you're more than welcome to. You're still sitting on a stack.
Yeah, I'll do one more. Need some magic here.
You guys have so many bennies.
Yeah.
Yay! Alright, he manages to remove the level of fatigue. But he sloshes mightily as he stands up. Like, you know that way you do when you pound the water and then you can feel it, back and forth? Yeah, if you were to kick him in the belly, he would likely pop. How about you, Brian O'Brien? Are you going to take some time and linger by the soothing waters?
I'll take my water skin to the water and just lay it in there, and then I'm gonna pour it over my head.
Yeah, excellent. Please get a vigor
Take
roll.
it back out of there. Oh, no whammies.
Not enough, I'm afraid. Oh, there we go. Yeah, give me them all. I want them all. Yay! Alright, everybody has managed to remove their fatigue, which is fantastic. Because, the shadows are starting to grow long. Which is
Well.
weird, right? Because you guys left in the morning, like an hour and a half ago.
But we had another expedition where we went and did.
It was like a mile. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys have spent maybe 3 hours in the day, and I mean, were you to try and gauge from the sun right now, you would say that it was late in the day, 6 or 7. But the shadows have a way of playing, tricks.
Are you saying time acts funny here, or are we it just perceives to be darker in the day?
then we need to hurry.
I'm giving all the
Night
information I've
approaches.
given. I'm not sure what the interpretation of that is.
If we're going to save these men, it needs to be soon. It'll
I
be
agree.
nightfall again.
And it will be another survival roll from somebody to reacquire the trail after it has crossed the stream. Jeff, not clutch this time. Oh.
There we go. No.
Oh.
No. All right, and it just falls
It's up to
down
you.
to an unskilled roll from Ambrose Avon.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll spend a penny.
All right. Captain Porter attempting to take the initiative. Yay! All right. So, with that established, you only lose a half an hour before reacquiring the trail and wander for another 45 minutes now. When the jungle gives way to a much more defined path, not like it was hewn through the jungle per se, but as though it was trod, and I will need a notice roll from everybody.
By ferocious llamas.
Gosh, we are doing great, guys.
Oh, that's what we
Get
got.
these bad
Brian and
dice out
Faye.
of the way now. Jonas and Scoot are obviously engaged in some side chatter, right? When through the tree line and the path in front of you, several of these red men appear. And it should be stated that, they're not wearing red clothes, but they are, in fact, red. They are covered in a deep red fur, right? And they have long fangs. Each one of them is wearing a rudimentary loincloth. Give me a common knowledge roll. Yeah,
Is this from everybody or just
everybody.
the ones we saw?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Well, yeah, the ones that saw it. Yeah, you're right.
okay, got it.
Yes, quite. So, Chef, them loincloth, they made out of people. Like,
Oh,
one guy is covering his bits with somebody's dried and canned face. These are
Captain,
clearly. And, they're
that
Neanderthals
skin.
is the, would be the closest analog.
So as I was saying, Master Scroot, what you need to do is wait. What was that, Chef?
They're clothes. It's made out of skin.
Whose clothes? Oh,
There, and I point. Those
Oh my.
guys.
Oh.
gentlemen, I believe we've located our natives. But you said that. Oh,
They are red men, yes.
They are indeed. But they're not. Where are we? Perhaps
Those are not men.
Somewhere in
There we go.
south of the American continent, perhaps. I'm not sure how we would have gotten here, but
that's
never.
racist. That's blatantly
Maybe they're
racist.
friendly.
No, wait, okay.
They are
Captain
definitely,
Porter has never been to South America. He's only heard stories.
they are definitely not friendly. In fact, they are menacing in every conceivable sense of the word, snarling and carrying crude spears.
Hope so.
It seems as though they are not wanting you to advance any further. Were you to use your, cultural anthropology skills, right? They'd be like, oh yeah, they don't want us here. But
You know,
that being said, they don't seem too keen on letting you leave either. As you retreat, they advance, you know?
I should feel afraid here, but I'm just excited about shooting fire at them.
As
I mean,
if-
to be fair, this is their island. We are intruders. Maybe we should turn around and go back.
We are English. This is our island.
Scroot knocks
also,
an arrow.
Avon has spoken correctly.
That's truth. Yeah, truth.
Chef just shakes his head.
These, I call out to them. If you have the captain of the ship that you burned back there on the beach, hand him over now and we shall leave in peace. Otherwise, prepare yourselves for a fight.
A spear comes whistling through the air and lands directly between your legs as by way of response. And one of them says, Ugak Dula! And we're rolling initiative.
Oh, they're Klingons.
Also,
Oh.
Captain Porter, you really should have named this once you landed on it.
Yeah, well, this
Hey,
is
mistake.
New
Rookie
Britannia. Yeah.
New
Borderland.
Britannia.
So,
Well, no,
Portlandia.
it cannot be Borderland, first off, because that would be, it would have to be George's land or, you know, New
Georgeland.
Georgeland. Yeah.
Georgia.
Twould be quite unsavory of me
This
to name
is
it after.
Georgia.
All right, and oh wow, everybody but Ambrose goes before the red men. Who are
Hey,
going
that's
to
what I
go
want. That's what I want.
And a group, but they are quite angry and snarling at this point. Chef, you are up. It should be said that beneath the thick red shaggy fur, they bristle with muscle. They appear to be quite strong.
Chef, at this point, it is kind of torn, and he feels like they haven't done anything to him, so he stands back.
Yeah, you gonna hold your turn?
I'm gonna hold my turn.
In that
Pass-
spot right there?
Yep.
Leaving Captain Porter up front. All right, Captain Porter.
Okay, is there one that appears to be the leader?
Not that you could identify. They're all, you know, some of them have different, like, white paint on their faces, but I mean, that could signify anything, right?
Okay.
If you zoom in, they all have huge left nipples.
They do. The 50 Fathoms tokens are interesting, to say the least.
Even the males breastfeed.
Yes. Well, yeah. That's not
And of course,
actually
I've had-
unestablished. There's a lot of red man lore to explore, and yeah, maybe the men do
Ain't it
breastfeed
now,
in their
boys?
culture.
I can't unsee the red nipple. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Way to ruin that.
It makes them even more fearsome. Nipples like dinner plates glistening in
Chef
the
is like-
canopy sun.
Chef is
Yeah.
mesmerized by the giant red nipple.
All right, so
Okay,
Jonas
so
Porter.
if I can't identify a leader, I'm going to draw my rapier, and I'll find the nearest one. Probably the one directly ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I will shout at him. I order you in the name of the king to hand over the prisoner that you have captured. Otherwise, we will be forced to slay you. And I would like to use intimidation.
Yeah.
Well, I did that twice for some reason.
I'm going to take the
Ah,
first
too bad.
one, I'm afraid. But oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that fails. He is, you know, he's
Captain,
shaking.
I don't think they speak the king's tongue.
They do not, but that was sufficient to. That one didn't expect the tiny little man thing to speak with him so assertively. So he is definitely he second guessed himself. Ooh?
Do we not eat and skin them?
Don't be
Brian,
foolish, Master Scrooge. Everyone speaks the king's tongue.
Brian O'Brien, you do have wind powers now, should you choose to channel them?
So I have 10 PowerPoints, or I just have 5?
You have 10 because the first one was a force roll.
Okay. And Bolt only takes 1.
Yeah, well, depending on the power level you're trying to cast it. But yeah, 1 2d6 bolt is 1 power point. 3 2d6 bolts is 3 power points. 3 3d6 bolts is 6 power points.
Okay. Yeah, I
That'd
would.
be 9 power points.
9, yeah.
Damage is +2 when you increase it to.
Thank you, yeah.
How do you do it? How do you measure? Is there? Does it?
You pick your little target, like.
Well, everything here is short range, so you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that.
Also,
Okay.
bolt has no range.
It's smart times 2. But...
Two. Okay.
There are no range penalties. If that's what you're looking for.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah,
Not
I would.
bad.
I'd like to. Since they're off a ways, I'd like to use bolt.
All right, yeah. Pick a target and let's roll your bolt over.
The guy that had the smirk on his face.
Well, that could be anyone but the one that is shaken right now. They're all
Oh,
kind of.
Okay, so I
He's
can't
the
hit. I
one
can't
that's
hit the one
like,
that's shaking.
Oh, you can, but it would kind of be
Yeah.
a waste. You know, well, maybe not, because then you could kill one and he would still be shaken. I'm not telling you how to tactically not get eaten by Redman. Go ahead.
Sorry, I honestly couldn't. I couldn't make out that it said shaken because
Yeah,
it's
mouse
red
wheel
on
in.
red.
You can.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I see it. All right, I will. I'm gonna hit Redman 4.
All right. Redman number 4, and indeed you are. Let's drag. You got him. All right, hit him with a raise. Let's get damage. And remember to drag it over his name in the combat tracker or over him. I'll do it here. I'll just. And unharmed. Roll it over him so that it actually tracks your raise damage.
Gotcha.
Always important that we. There we go, but still unharmed, yeah. The gust of wind flies out and buffets his fur, which,
Lifts up the loincloth.
yeah, revealing again a giant pendulous dong, just a toddler clutching an apple. Not only do the Redmen have dinner plate nipples, but they are heroically endowed. Scroot currently targeting himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Screw. Does anyone look like they have cover or no cover? Or can we see all of them?
The 2 guys behind the log are in partial cover.
Okay. I think we're gonna go with Redman 3 then.
Alright, you gonna fire a bow at him?
Yes.
Unleashing an arrow from his quiver, and he hits Redman 3. And the arrow sticks in his shoulder, shaking him. He's pissed. They all pissed, in fact. Normal Redman is up first, pace of 6. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. Jonas, Redman, all up in your grill. You've been in the business today. This one threw his spear, so no longer has it, but he is going to swing his club. And miss. Whoosh, your rapier, deflecting his clumsy, if not strong blow. Redman number 2 is going to advance on Brian O'Brien. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! And he is going to stab at him with his spear. The stone-tipped implement leaping through the air and hitting him. Good God. For a wound's worth of damage, the tip of it finding purchase in the flesh below the cloth of your tunic. Are you going to attempt to soak the wound?
Yes.
Drag a Benny over the wound.
Okay, and the wound is on my card.
On your character sheet, yeah.
Oh.
Or in the combat tracker, I think.
Okay,
you
yeah.
can do that too.
I think it's there.
Yes, congratulations. When it definitely cut your tunic, but only grazed you. You are no longer wounded. Congratulations. Redman number 3 is unshaken. He, shakes his head and proceeds through the jungle. 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming up to Chef and taking out his spear and stabbing at his plump form. And missing as Chef, I'm assuming, just kind of one hand bats it away. Yeah. Disinterestedly. Red man number 4 is going to come up here, having seen that, you daunted his buddy. He is going to attempt an intimidating display. He lifts his loincloth and jostles his junk in the general vicinity of Captain Porter, who has never seen such an obscene display, rolling intimidation
In fact, I
against
have not.
Captain Porter's
Uncircumcised,
spirit
no doubt.
Oh, the heathens.
with a hairy foreskin. It's like a dog dick.
Probably TMI, but okay.
Just caked in urine, and hey, they hit that 18 and over.
My curious hindrance makes me immune to this taunt.
Yeah, you're like, I
know more
wonder
about
what
the
it
foreskin."
tastes like.
They
Captain
had
Porter,
key
a
tasters back
spirit
then.
roll, if you please.
Of course.
Excellent, and such vulgarity has no impact on a man of the king's army. And you deftly, manage to shield your eyes from the enormity of his member. Red man number 5 is unshaken and will advance. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and he has a spear. So he is still in range and is going to spear at Captain Porter. He is offended that you spoke at him so brusquely. In fact, he is so offended that you spoke at him so brusquely that he is not going to hit himself. We are going to wild attack. Let me add this. Excellent. This gives him a +2 to his fighting and melee damage, but also reduces his parry, making him more vulnerable to attacks for the whole next round. So, with that applied, he is going to leap at you, saliva in the mouth, just in a frenzy, trying to sink his spear into you. And with a roll of a 1, you deftly bat it away. Prepared for such a bestial attack from such a lesser, thing. Ambrose Avon.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to be spending 2 power points for a multi-action, 2 firebolts, 1 from each hand, going out against Redman 4 and Redman 5. The first one will be a flat roll. The second one will be a -2.
Roger.
First one.
Wait, you don't
roll.
get it on the first one because I forget.
I have a 2 of clubs, so that is calculating.
Ah, that's
I
right.
ignore
you're
up to 2
calculating.
points of
Thank
penalties.
You. I forgot.
So that's going to be 1 point return to me.
Yeah, and
More
let's
resolve.
get the damage. Oh, here, let me drag that over. Which one was that you said? 4?
Number 4. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. I should know.
You have hit with a raise. And, the firebolt hits him center mass. He looks shocked as it clearly burns through his flesh, rib cage, and internal organs, leaving a perfect blue, charred hole in the middle as he slumps to the ground. Quite dead.
And then the second one goes out at a -2. That's going to hit with a raise.
Wow.
And he's going to explode.
Yeah, well, less
Oh, not explode.
dramatically.
Less
but
dramatic.
He actually catches fire and
that
burns to
returns
death.
all power points returned. So I am back to full. This is gross.
These red men don't like you. Next round, Ambrose Avon.
Oh no!
Whoosh. Just,
Well,
what's up
here
now,
I go.
bitches?
Murdering people left and right.
Strike thee down in the name of God Almighty.
Right.
All right, so we're only going to do one fireball at the one over next to Faye and Redman 3. Redman 3 is going to get a fireball right in the face.
All right, Redman 3. It's just normally hit this time. No raise.
Oh, I
There
don't
we
get
go,
my
there's
powers
that.
back.
Yeah, it still
didn't
doesn't
save
matter
him.
because he is engulfed in blue frame and nearly catches the canopy alight as he runs off screaming before slumping into a charred heap some yards away.
In the name of God, flee before me.
I'm not sure everybody is generally getting God out of what's happening there, but I mean, we can attribute that to whatever. Chef, everything around you just died.
Chef
There's a
runs
guy behind you just
this
cackling. Just.
I try to grab his spear out of his hand.
Oh yeah, excellent. So you will be attacking. Are you going to grab it or break it? There's an important distinction.
I want to break it. I want to break it.
You want to break it? All right. So you will be attacking against his parry. So just a normal attack.
Fighting or just?
Yeah, just attack him normally like you would.
Okay. Which one is that? That is Redman.
Yep, just the alpha, the progenitor.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
All right, you have definitely hit the spear. Let's roll damage against it. Hit with a raise, in fact. So add another d6 to your damage.
It didn't. Yeah.
That's fine. Spear, tough 9. You have snapped his spear clean in half, giving him 2 weapons. No, he broke his spear. It's useless. He will have to ready his club and, which will give him a multi-action penalty and then hit with the club. So he broke his weapon. Congratulations. He doesn't care for that. Alright, speaking of not caring for that, let's hit that multi-action penalty. He is going to lash out at you with his club. Having drawn it and whiff, because again, you are a martial artist of some proficiency. A fact that he is just now only really starting to appreciate, methinks. Redman number 2. Oh, what in the Sam hell? Oh, no, never mind. There it is. It's good to go. Yeah, this is the targeting color. It changed. Is going to attempt to once again spear Brian O'Brien. Spear, leaping forth for your midsection generally, and a hit. Rolling d6 plus d10 damage, which is their strength DT dubs. And, oh my lord! That is 3 wounds, the spear sinking its entire head into your midsection. Are we rolling to soak? I hope?
I hope so.
Oh my goodness, we can spend another Benny. Not a critical failure.
What is my adventure?
We can spend another Benny.
Got any?
You're gonna wanna spend another penny. Oh,
we could spend another Benny.
Yeah,
Come on.
check
Yeah.
your adventure card. Then.
Yeah, everybody look at their adventure cards.
I'm not gonna. I can't help it with mine.
Mine's worthless.
Yeah, mine is too.
You got any more bennies?
He does have more Bennies still.
Oh, there you go.
He's sitting on 3 more.
Waste them all.
I think you're muted, Brian.
I'm out of bennies.
Oh, it
Are you
shows
really?
3 on your character sheet here. Maybe that information is incorrect.
Mine
Oh yeah, never
says
mind.
zero.
No, it just wasn't updating on the tracker.
But I do have second wind.
Ooh.
So your hero instantly covers up to 2 wounds and all fatigue sustained in this combat. If shaken, he is unshaken and now well.
Well, fantastic. You now have 1 wound and are not shaken. So just drop that adventure card into the chat.
To prove it's real.
I'm trying. Oh wait, I have it.
Hero instantly recovers up to 2 wounds and all fatigue removed in this combat. So we give you 3 wounds. Oh, you're so fucked up. Oh no. And then it's just one wound and unshaken. The spear, I mean, despite having sunk as I described all the way into you, seemed to miss just about everything vital there. He had a layer that was just potato fat, you know?
Rude. Rude.
But that was Redman's turn. Scroot.
All right, I'm going to cold shot the head of this guy right here. Like
Oh my. All right. Cold shot. Head, which is a -4.
Okay,
So
and
let
because
me
I have
just-
marksman, that's only a -2.
I think
'Cause I
marksman. Oh no,
I did
never
not-
mind. Right. I was thinking of aim. Yeah, -2. Here I will.
And
Give
I
you
didn't move
the
this turn.
cold shot limb.
Oh, okay.
Wait, because
So do you add that, or do I add the negative?
Give me a second here. Why is it not? Add you horse son.
I am unharmed.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not giving me. I should
Well-
just be able to apply this effect. Alright, just roll a -2. We'll sort that out later. Yeah, rolled a -2 to hit him in the head, which will be +4 damage.
Yeah.
And you miss, but you do not roll a. Oh, never mind. Spending a penny. Oh, that doesn't miss. That hits.
Yeah, 5, yeah.
So do I need to add anything to the damage here?
+4 to damage.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you hit him right in the eye, and he goes, "Yeah," and convulses as he falls to the ground. Have you ever killed a bipedal sentient thing before, Scroot?
No, definitely not.
Congratulations. Aw, my first murder. Aw. Hey, but you handled it all right. Brian O'Brien, just one left. Scroot having arrowed the eye of the one that had stabbed you.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
That was
I'm
my
going
next-
to.
Alexa wants support.
I'm gonna try bolt again. I think.
Excellent. Let's roll spell the bolt attack over. Oh boy. And that, give me a second here. We drag that over him. Is a miss. Kazowie.
Womp, womp, womp.
Captain Porter. Rapier at the ready. One masked
Indeed.
man menacing.
I'm going to make an attack. Now, question. For my attack, can I just, like, drag that over from the attack, or from the combat panel, or do I need to roll the fighting first?
Combat panel. If you use the die number to the left of the, combat
Yeah.
name, action name, it's the attack. To the right is damage.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay,
you-
I see what you're saying.
And you can drag both figures either over their token or their name in the combat tracker.
Oh, that's a miss.
Even with the gang up bonus, I'm afraid.
I will spend a Benny.
My God, so many bennies. And that's
Hey,
a hit
worth it.
there. Rapier finding purchase in soft flesh of the red man's abdomen. But not piercing anything vital enough to drop him, only shaking him. And with that, we are on to the next round of combat. Chef, you are up first. Certainly you can make short work of this remaining barbarian.
I attempt to do. I'm just gonna knock him out. I'm gonna try to punch him.
Oh, you're gonna non-lethal him?
Yeah.
Alright, going for subdual damage. Hit with a raise. Is this like karate chop sign to the next style?
Yeah. This is straight. Just jacking him in his jaw.
Yeah.
Just literally like a jab.
Yeah. Plop. And good night, sweet prince. He is down and unconscious, and you guys are alone along the jungle trail once again.
Did you all see this? Did you see that? Look at the three of them. This one has a hole in his chest.
One of them is nearly 7 feet tall. The median height is well above 6 feet for all of them.
What are these? Upon closer inspection, I can tell these are not even humans. What?
Yellow eyes, large tusks, big pronounced Neanderthal brow. Oh yeah, tusks. One with
Oh
they're
yeah,
not even
and
teeth.
giant nipple.
And a huge dinner plate nipples.
Did you see that? I wrecked him.
Are there?
Was quite a good
Are-
shot.
That was
Are there
totally
even-
wicked.
Hey, what about this one? He's still alive.
Oh,
He doesn't have to be. We
I
can
got
just
him.
kill him.
Hold up, guys. I say we tie him up. Maybe we can use him as a negotiation. I don't know.
I say we kill him.
I am inclined to agree with Master Chef, only because it is quite improper to kill a man who you have incapacitated.
That's not a man.
He's slowly coming to, you know.
I pulled out my combat knife or my dagger, and I'm just gonna go for it and kill him.
Coup de grace. Describe
I try
how
to
you-
grab him if I see it. I
All
try
right.
to grab.
Are you attempting to do it stealthily, or are you just walking up and stabbing him?
No, not stealthily, but not super aggressive either. Like I'm just gonna calmly go up to him and just slit his throat.
Opposed strength rolls between Chef and Brian O'Brien.
Oh man.
Come on, exploding dice.
Yeah, no, he grabs your wrist in one fell motion with the knife in it, and,
Yeah, I would not do that if I were you. Captain says we keep him alive, we keep him alive.
Does somebody have some way in which they plan on, tying this fellow up?
That
Perhaps,
might be a
perhaps some
problem.
vines, some I don't know, something. Can I make a notice roll to see if there's some sort of jungly vines or
A
something we can
survival
hack them?
roll would,
Okay.
Chef,
Well,
if he gets loose and
You
tells
could put a
all of
dagger in his
people-
kneecap. He's not going
I do
anywhere
the
then.
same. I look for something as well.
I'm not going to look.
Jeff,
I'm
you
gonna
find
stand
something
right near
that
him.
seems like it would be sufficient.
Yeah, I tie him up.
Alright, he is currently died, prone, and coming conscious.
This is gonna come back and bite us in the rear end.
Well, I make sure it's your rear end.
My rear end.
Speaking of people being bitten in the rear end, he immediately, upon gaining consciousness, starts trying to bite you. Shifts himself. Ah!
Can I-
What can we gag him with?
Can I use Zephyr to try and suffocate him?
You most definitely could. I need to read Zephyr real fast. Give me a second.
Just push the air in there. But really, O'Brien, if the captain has said he lives, then
All right.
surely he lives.
No,
I
he's
won't
just trying to
stop.
shut him up.
I won't suffocate him.
But he doesn't know the strength of his own powers.
No.
Oh, just
That would be more
grab.
of a bolt down his throat kind of deal, you know?
Okay.
So Ambrose grabs one of the loincloths off the other corpses and
I
like
knew
kind
someone was
of
gonna do
gags
that.
him
With flesh.
with the
flesh
face
cloth.
the face cloth.
He immediately starts chewing on it.
Oh, see, he's quiet now.
What in the name of
We could always feed the
what
boy
are
to
these
him.
things?
I want to look at the other corpses.
Well,
Anything
they're
else?
not human. They're covered in fur. They have tusks,
Indeed.
and they're
There are
7
5
feet
of
tall,
them,
this one?
so
I
there
don't care about the
is
bodies. I'm looking for
a
the chain.
loot worth of booty on them. So 1d10
Literal booty?
times 10. So they had 50, pieces of 8.
I share what I find.
Pieces of what?
8.
Oh.
And there's a 1% chance one of them is carrying a relic.
the thing. just carrying a thing.
Oh man, fucking close actually, but nope. 90 is not 100. So, yeah,
Mas- Okay.
50 gold on him. Yeah.
Master Avon, you seem to be quite studied. Have you, in your travels of the world, have you come across creatures such as, I'm not quite sure. Are they even, clearly they're not human, but are animal? Are they something else entirely? I'm not sure.
No, I have never traveled outside of England and France. This voyage across the sea to the Americas was a first. I'm read, legend perhaps. Something like this, like a Greek myth. Some savage creatures on the island look like men, act like men, but are not men. But we are delayed in our task. If we are to carry this creature, onto the camp, we should do it soon.
Jeff, give me a notice roll.
We should not take them anywhere. We
The
should not carry this man.
fellow has a stone dagger he has produced from under his loincloth somewhere and is trying to hack through the vines.
I grab it, and then after I take it, I pat him down.
Yeah.
See if he has anything else.
No, that appeared to be it.
Well, seems that he won't cooperate anyhow. Not sure.
Can I grab the club and try and knock him out?
Wait.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe we can just, I don't know, force him to walk ahead of us. I don't know if that he's awake now, right? He's perfectly awake.
Yeah, he just tried to stab you with a stone.
No, he was
dagger.
trying to
He's
break
gonna
out
run.
of the
He was
vine.
trying to cut himself free.
He was trying to cut himself
So
free.
he could stab you.
You can't blame him for wanting to be free. Any thinking creature wants to be free.
Right, and as
I
a
would
thinking
be
creature,
dead.
it would tend to want to avoid death, I would assume.
Exactly.
Certainly the point of my sword is rather motivation enough. Let's see.
And if he runs, well then, I'm here.
Indeed.
we're all-
Very much so true.
That's a great idea. Actually, that's a great idea. He should start running, and you should throw a firebolt at him. Let's play that game.
To be honest, he may lead us to where we need to go.
Or a
No.
trap, or a village full of them, or...
They don't
you
seem
know.
that smart to me. Whoever is talking, I'm not sure who that was.
Well, they definitely aren't that smart. They did charge 2 Englishmen and suffer the consequences.
Right. Okay, Master Chef, I like your thinking. Why don't we set him free and see if he chooses to run? If he chooses to attack, by all means, Master O'Brien, your club. By the way, you're bleeding. Are you quite alright?
Oh, should I take care of that for you, O'Brien?
Oh, please. Yes.
All right.
He must.
I hadn't
he
really
must
thought
have
about
barely
you
got
being
me.
hurt. So
Oh, he barely grazed me. It was
you'll have to
nothing.
remind me.
Indeed.
It got the potato fat layer.
No, it's fine.
Excellent, yes, you are no longer wounded as a healing has
Expertly.
required within the golden hour. So, you guys are gonna cut him free?
Or we're
And
gonna.
if he leads us to his people, then all's
But
better.
let's stand him up first and see if he can simply, using if we stand him up.
It is not going to take a notice roll to know that he is, very upset with you guys.
So he's not
I,
being very
I will,
cooperative.
as Chef is standing him up, I will kind of take my sword and have it pointed somewhere between his throat and his heart, just kind of hovering over there, and making it very clear that if he makes a move, I'm gonna cut him.
He
I
leans into the point until it
Oh,
pierces his chest and spits and says, "Ugak Duma."
I asked Captain, where's the cloth that we found from the Englishman?
The-
The sailor's uniform.
Yeah, the sailor's uniform.
I'll produce it. I imagine I would have grabbed it. I produce it.
I
I'm not-
show it to the red man and I point at it, and then I point down the way.
He gets
And if
a,
he was
what could pass for a smile, crosses his big cavernous maw, and he rubs his stomach.
You didn't.
We could find
Yeah.
out.
Indeed, we could. Now, out of
Jeff
res-
backs away and is like, "Look, this is on you guys. I don't want to kill the guy. The only other option, we let him go. I have a feeling he's just gonna attack and probably get himself killed. But he
Let's
doesn't seem
just-
like he wants to lead us to where they're at.
Maybe we should just tie him to a tree.
And then
Could be
set the
effective.
tree on, and set the tree on fire.
That's
With
just pretty
what?
much just death, you know? Alright, so none of us want to man up and kill him, but we just leave
I
him here
will.
to starve. Or be
I'll kill him.
protected,
But the
least-
captain said not to kill
yeah.
him,
He
so
certainly
I
seems
haven't.
fearless in this moment, you know, defiant. Despite
turn
the
around-
still smoldering corpses of his compatriots.
Scroot has taken off one of the loincloths and put it on over his own clothing.
Jeff pulls his cleaver out.
It's a human
Jeff-
flesh
Jeff pulls
child.
He
his
is
cleaver
now-
out.
He is now
Jeff pulls
dressed to
his
kill.
cleaver out. I raise it up.
Yeah.
Master
And then
Scrooge,
I-
remove
I-
that
I-
immediately.
I cut the vine.
Oh yeah, dramatic cut the vines moment. Yeah.
Yep.
He flinches
Like I'm
a
gonna
little.
bring it. Like I'm gonna just like kill him. But I cut
Yeah.
the vine and I kick him. Like
The red
to-
man
to
flinches.
kill.
He's pretty sure you're gonna kill him. When the blow doesn't come, yeah, he goes running off into the woods. Triple quick.
Follow him.
Woo.
Yeah.
That will be a
No,
quite
it-
a task.
So
No,
I
we
said
could
that
track him.
I said that if he was going to run, I was going to hit him with a fireball.
Oh well, he sprints
Oh,
off
shit,
into the
I was
woods. So
gonna follow
fireball
that.
it up.
Yeah,
I was gonna try to track him.
yeah. Same. I thought we were gonna follow
so
him
you,
to the.
you are dressed to kill, Scroot. You are, I mean, with that adventure card, you are wearing a human face loincloth, but it will only give you +2 persuasion against the red men
Yep.
who can't speak your language. So it's, I mean, but still, you now literally, canonically, possess a loincloth made out of a human face.
I always knew something.
Gotta
wrong
get
with
them
that
cards
boy.
played somehow.
That's right, and nobody else is gonna, no.
I love it. Love the creativity.
Is this a blowjob?
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Master Scrooge, remove the human face loincloth.
I
Yeah.
need it.
It is beyond inappropriate.
Not to mention disgusting.
But maybe I could sneak in to the red men camp.
I
I'm
don't
wearing a
think that's
disguise.
gonna be enough to.
Is this dude running? Is he gone? Is there a trail
Yeah.
of blood following him, by the way, or did they kill him?
Nobody did any lethal damage to him, so he is unbloodied. He is running off into the woods while this discussion is going on. Ambrose can fireball him if he likes, or you know, you guys
I-
It's
can.
too far now. He's
follow
off.
him.
Like
Yeah.
Take a little.
Yeah,
range
I-
is 20 squares. So
Another
he's gone.
survival roll, and this one will happen at a -1 because he is intentionally trying to cover his tracks.
How do you say "I told you so" in the king's tongue?
But this doesn't matter at all because, I mean, the game's afoot. The hunt is on, and despite his best efforts, maybe he shouldn't have, you know, kept keying himself a little. Red man urine, quite pungent.
Oh,
But you guys find yourself in what is now the evening, which is strange because, again, dawn to now maybe 3 hours, 4 hours? But definitely twilight period. And it is clear that you are getting up on something because you see flickering firelights through the dim canopy up ahead of you, and you can hear things, people, more redmen potentially milling about.
Captain, if we come across 10 more redmen, are we prepared? If we come across a whole village of redmen, what are we doing? This is
I could kill 4 or 5 of them.
You've got a point, Master O'Brien. Perhaps we could use strategy to
I'm
obtain-
wearing a disguise, and you look and you see that I've smeared some blood
You
on
are
my cheeks.
2 feet shorter than them.
Screwed.
You maybe weigh a quarter of them, and you are not red and covered in hair.
I'm a
Out
little,
of
I'm a
all of
little red.
us, who is the quietest? Who is the most adept at moving around unseen and unheard?
Oh, surely that's me.
Is that really? I don't know.
As much as it pains me to say it, it was most probably Master Scroot. I cannot tell you the number of times he snuck up on me in my cabin. I didn't know he was there.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a role reversal.
Hey, there it is. I have a
It
D8
pains
in,
me to say this, but we may have to send the boy in to scout it out.
I do have a D8 in stealth.
Let's get a
Scroot doesn't
stealth
say that.
roll, and the people you are stealthily scouting are going to be engaged in an activity, so it is an unopposed stealth roll, just a success, not opposed by any notice. There are no active guards currently. Oh boy, and you should be thankful for that, because, yes, barely
What
successful.
makes the red man red?
Was that Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Wow.
I was trying to avoid
Is that
any direct,
just not for nothing? I don't know if you guys have scrolled up yet. There's
Mm-hmm.
a pit of bodies.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So are we close enough to see all this, or is this
Yep.
like off? out
Yep,
of our
this is
vision?
what he has reported back to you. You guys have managed to sneak to your position behind this low ruins wall.
I
And
mean,
you've
keep in
been-
mind, Scroot's report is a really rough estimate of what you see in front of you.
I'm assuming the letters are people.
It's an
Yes.
over-exaggeration.
I will be
O'Brien, I
happy
can kill the one with the crown.
to describe the scene as follows. So there is several of the red men gathered in a circle, and one in a prominence position below a statue of a 20-foot tall ape creature. The red pool looks to be about 1.5 feet deep, but bubbles, although it's boiling thick and tarry and red, every now and then exposing an exposed bit of rib cage or a skeletal arm. There are several people in a line, what appears to be a 20-something sailor, the J, a strange creature from the Black Lagoon style man, covered in scales, black, large eyes, his jaw working incessantly, gills flaring, bound next to the young sailor fellow. An older gentleman in his 50s, the F on the map, appears to be a Spaniard from his dress and mannerisms. And then, strangely, two nigh identical, very tall, 6.5 feet tall, Massaquani, pink-haired, light blue-skinned humans, very tall, very tall.
Does the mongrel, does that look like the fish creature that I saw floating in the water?
It does.
Okay. So then when I come back to report, I say, I told you so. There's one of those fish guys. We got to do something. They're definitely going to kill these guys. It's not
Indeed.
looking too good.
Seems we must act quickly. So question, can I roll? I have a D8 in battle, and I'd like to be able to use that somehow. How does that typically? I mean,
So, like, that's generally used in the mass battle rules, right? Like, sometimes there'll be encounters where there are so many combatants, right, that it's impractical to token everything out. And then that gives you bonuses to the rolls in there for the tactics used for your side in the battle,
Yeah.
right? In this kind of combat, it's too intimate for the... All right, and on the left flank, we'll align the cavalry, and we'll put the cannons on the rise.
makes sense. Okay.
At the very least, I
Captain
think
Porter.
we got the drop.
That being
While we
said,
have. Yes.
in addition to the men arrayed there alongside, the shaman, the fellow standing at the lead of the pool, has a 50-something, rather astute-looking gentleman, bound, and drives a dagger into his gut and pushes him into the bloody waters, which roil even more and burble.
Captain Porter, this can't continue. We need to act now.
I am of a mind with you. Yes, let us. We. Do you have you any thoughts? I'm not not Marine. I don't understand the finery of ground combat.
Neither am I, but I feel this power inside me. If you give me time, I can put ample judgment from the lore above into that crown-wearing red man.
Looking at the pile of corpses, too, it seems like they've made their way most of the way through what would, crew a frigate at this point. You're at the last handful of survivors now.
Mm-hmm.
But if yourself and Chef there hold them off, I can pick off the ones in the rear. I believe.
Okay. Well, I'll have to put my trust in you. I don't have any other ideas, so... Right. How about this? Chef, I know you are reluctant to shed blood. I understand this, but these men's lives are at stake. I believe if we do not act now, we cannot help them. Here's what I propose. We may be able to sneak around to the right, to the side closest to the men tied up. If we are able to take out quickly, quietly, those two men standing near the sailors, then we may be able to free them and perhaps attract the attention of the others while the others prepare their ranged weaponry.
I will not kill anyone, Captain, but I will do my best.
I understand. That will have to be good enough.
If you guys are going to attempt to get close enough to get the drop on the two fellows closest to the pool there, I will need stealth rolls from both of you.
Wait, Captain, before you go.
You are like 80 feet away.
Captain! All the red men. What?
Well, no, I meant
Okay.
before he went.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is there some kind of signal? What should I do? What will clue me in to?
My assumption
fight.
is that
Probably the
when
blue fire.
You'll
Yeah,
know because
yes.
initiative will be drawn.
my assumption is that when Chef and I attack the men on the right hand side, that it will draw the attention of the others. When you see everyone turn us, that's when you attack from this side. Perhaps we can catch them somewhat in the middle with their attention divided. This may be a way to survive.
Okay. And then, as far as the map goes, is there anything raised up that I wouldn't be able to see through, or that would provide
Just the
cover?
wall to the south and those two pillars.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. I'm gonna sneak off to the left.
Now,
And-
mind you, if you're in the bushes off to either side, you don't have cover, but you do have concealment.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Will, can you
Yeah.
remove that status from me? That effect?
No, never.
That bullshit status, Will.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, so I actually was wanting to apply deflection to Captain and Scroot. But I don't know how to like convey that because I don't even really know much about the ability. So,
So that would be 2 spellcasting rolls. You're just innately starting to understand. Unfortunately, as described in the trappings for the wind element, it becomes a wall of wind, which would not be beneficial to stealth rolls that were to train, the leaves and shit kicking up around them in circles as they're da 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 da.
well, I was actually reading the trappings, and it could be an illusion as well.
Can it? I thought for the wind guy specifically, it was
Oh.
a wall of
Oh.
wind.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Got you. Okay.
Here goes the stealth roll.
Roger that.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
apply it after their stealth rolls, right? After they're in position, but then
Roger
Yeah.
Here's
that.
mine.
you successfully sneak into position, Chef.
Got you that. Okay.
Captain Porter, he's staring. Oh, okay, he's still moving. He was just stock still there. I thought
Yeah,
he froze.
no, I was
Where is
trying to figure out how to use the
position?
targeting
Here?
mechanism.
Here-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, so my stealth roll. That rolled twice again for some reason. 5 is what I got the first
Excellent, fantastic. You managed to get yourself into position. And both of you will have the drop and be able to ambush around before initiatives are rolled against those two guys there. So allow me to apply the drop.
I don't see my paws.
I mean, if I can jump in, I'm gonna try to take a shot at the same time I hear or see anything going on too.
You can definitely give me a stealth roll to see if you can get yourself.
Fuck this up, kid.
Well,
Hey, you got Benny's. You got Benny's.
I mean, but he's on the other side, so that could, that
And
could
they're
work
all
in your
drawn over
favor.
there.
All right. There we go. All right, get yourself in position. The drop for you. The drop for you. The drop for you. All right, and with that established, let's get these attacks. Chef, starting with you. How are you incapacitating this man?
I come up from behind, bear hug from the back, and I do a good old-fashioned belly to back German suplex. Right over top.
All pretense of stealth gone. Let's get the attack roll.
Oh yeah. Do it.
Where are they?
Just
at?
your unarmed
Suplex
strike. It's the
City.
normal.
That's right. Red Man 7. Okay.
The drop.
Oh,
boy.
God.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
So, that was gross.
Oh,
You broke him in half. So much for
I have the
non-lethal.
drop on the wrong. I dragged it to the wrong guys. I'm supposed to have it dragged onto the guys you're attacking, not you guys. And that's my bad. But yeah, no, you have German suplexed him. I mean, his head is going to be in the ground. He's going to be upside down, just flailing like a cartoon. All right, let's get damage.
It's all non-lethal damage, all non-lethal.
Oh, I mean, he declared non-lethal. Yeah, and it is thud. Jesus.
Choice he made. So so Red Man's behind him now?
Yeah, Red Man will be behind him and incapacitated.
Oh, wow.
He's done. That's brown bread.
One hit KO.
Yeah, no doubt. The drop is powerful, but them dice is powerful too. All right, you got the drop on Red Man number 8.
Okay, so
I
how
take
tall?
He's
Oh,
like
was it?
6.5 feet tall.
Okay. So Captain
Hunched
Porter's
over,
actually
too. If he stood
6'3".
up all his way, he might be 7 feet tall, but they have that Neanderthal punch.
Gotcha. So Captain Porter's 6'3", so he's not much shorter. He's gonna reach up, do a called shot to the neck, and just do a behind.
Yeah, fantastic. So
slit the
straight
throat,
dice.
sorta.
I will remove the drop on. Well, no, because you still get the +4 damage on that. So I will put called shot on you.
I can. Sure.
Yeah, just do the -4 on your attack. That'll be quicker.
All right. 4. There we go. Oh, that was weak. I'm gonna spend my last penny
That was weak sauce.
on that one. Yeah, that was super sad. Come on now.
There we
Hit.
go.
Oh, here we go. God,
Man,
you can hit.
that Elan helps me so much.
Yes,
I'm
it
so
does.
happy I took that.
Yeah.
Okay. So damage now is gonna be, here we go.
A French characteristic for an Englishman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 wounds. Yeah. You meant to just slit his throat, but you damn near took his head off. It falls back in a ragged slump. Oh, Jesus, that was the wrong one. Oh no. What have you done, Captain Porter? You killed him. Oh well, he's done. I mean, come on, he's not gonna live. Let's not pretend. All right, and finally, which one are you attacking? Are you attacking 4 or 5?
Redman 4.
Red Man 4. Let me throw the drop on him. All right, go ahead. Let loose. Arrow comes whistling through the air, hitting with a raise.
Nice.
Hit him with a ray? Oh, the drop. Okay. God dang.
And he stumbles forward into the pool, quite dead. The pool roils and surges and boils more frantically. You can see within a few moments that his remains are skeletonized. And with that, we are going to get initiatives going and actually start our combat here. All right, so it will be Mongrel, who is tied up.
Whoa.
Who's not going? He is just going to click his jaw in surprise and go humans. And yeah, Porter.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to shout out behind me, Master Chef, free the prisoners. And I'm going to come over here and engage this guy up here.
Excellent. It should be said that the prisoners are currently unarmed, but you know, there's some spears behind them. They'll be able to ready something.
Okay. So this guy is.
Taking those drums.
Can I just click on? Is there like a? It's whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. Redman 2, take it.
Excellent. Well struck.
Wow, it's supposed to be Redman 2. Whatever. All good.
My God.
I reached really far with that sword.
Yeah, I forget how to. Oh, yeah. The shit. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Yes, unharmed. I'm afraid the rapier caught his thick fur. You are unable to render a wound. Next up, this fellow here raises an outstretched palm over the pool, and up into it casts a globule of blood that floats, shimmers, and then it hardens and blackens as though it, starts to coagulate. And he goes, "Ugata!" and hurls it in the general vicinity of Captain Jonas Porter.
Whew. Let's take the heat.
Captain Porter takes the shot. The black bolt crackling with a profane energy, leaving you shaken from the experience as it washes over you, leaving you feel unwholesome. Next up, a bunch of NPCs that aren't going to act because they're tied up. Scroot.
Alright. Scroot is going to take a shot. And I think I'm going to do another called shot.
All right, called shot head.
Redman 6.
All right.
Is there something in between? Like, is called shot head like just the best thing I should choose, or is
Well,
there
now you can call shots at different penalties. Vitals, head. Head is the best you get. You get a +4 to damage if it's successful, and it's only a -2 for you because of your marksman.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Let's just do that.
All right, so -2 on your attack.
Oof. I got
And
minis.
yes, Benny it up. Excellent. And it hits. Arrow catching him in the head. So +4 to this roll for damage. Hell yeah. The arrow catches him straight in the nose and he gurgles, blood spurts out of it. He seems confused for a second and also topples into the pool. Screams as the acids within begin to dissolve his flesh, and then dies horrifically, leaving Scroot totally unguilty feeling.
I look back in Ambros's direction and wonder if he really does have magical powers.
Thanks. Brian O'Brien.
Ryan sees that the captain is shaken, and he wants to, help and protect his fellow crewmates. So he wants to cast deflection on the captain.
Hell yeah, he does.
And the boy. He doesn't really think that Chef needs it because Chef's kind of a badass.
Right.
but he's definitely worried about the other two.
All right, let's get the cast.
Do I with deflection? Do I roll and then?
Yeah, because you got to succeed on your spellcasting roll, so you have succeeded on deflection. And I forget, you can apply it up to 2 targets, right?
Yeah. So do I need to
what's
roll
it
twice?
for? Yeah, no, just 1 extra power point. So you spend another
Okay.
power point to add another target to it. So that costs 4 power points. But both these boys now have deflection on them. So, and that was not with a raise. So.
Okay. So.
Oh, I got the effects. Don't worry about it. They're good. They are deflected.
Gotcha. Okay.
Beautiful. A gust of wind seems to encircle both of you. Leaves kick up dirt. It makes it hard for them to see you, but somehow it does not seem to be an impediment to your motions or vision. Just those of your adversaries. Chef.
Okay, Chef does not listen to Captain. He instead runs straight for the show.
Excellent.
No!
And then he
Okay.
does his
No!
his patented double kick.
Yeah. Kick-ya!
Face.
I love that it's patented. That was
No, you
smart.
were gonna. Yeah. Well, hey.
Copyright.
Yeah.
Really. All right, here we go.
Chef double kick TM.
Where is he at?
The
That's
TM.
shaman. Right? All right, this is the first one. Did it go over? Oh, there.
Hit.
Wow.
Kick lashing out in the shaman's general direction. He is shaken until he is actually not, because shaman's a wild card.
Oof.
Oh.
Also, what do I do for the second one? For offhand.
It is just a multi-action penalty, so just click the map button once. Well, now they should both be. I forget now. I need to memorize.
It says
these
because it says I don't suffer because I have
the
two.
first one because of martial artist, right?
Yeah, I have two-fisted, so I don't suffer multi-action, but I have the offhand penalty. I don't know what the difference is.
Well, you just don't have
Well,
It says does
offhand-
not suffer multi-action, but still suffers. The
Offhand is
penalty.
a -1. I want to say.
It's negative.
Is it 2 or 1? I can't.
I think I thought it was 2. But
Yeah, I thought these.
y'all do that. I'm gonna look
Uh,
it up.
-2. You know,
Okay.
2 people said 2. I know it's 1
Sure.
or 2. It's -2.
And I just put -12 for some reason. Okay.
And -12 works too. All of a sudden he's juking.
Yeah, negative 2.
Oof.
Oh,
I'm
and the
going
second
to
one's
Benny.
Oh, no, it's even.
Did it go?
6 minutes.
He's got the +2 and the -2.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's a 5 there. Yeah.
Whiff.
Hey.
There's so much
There's a
lag.
hit.
Well, the program is just trying to contain your power.
Right? That's oh jeez.
Oh wow. Great.
It's a good thing I get a Benny per player. He's gonna get his bell rung and only
Do I-
get one of those wounds back.
Do I have to use my adventure card before or after? Doesn't matter?
Whenever you can drop.
I'm
your
also
adventure
going to use my adventure card on him since he's a wild card,
card. All right.
which is I stand over top of him and talk all
Excellent.
types of shit.
Yeah. And now he has to
The
spend a round
pacifist.
gloating about his master plan.
Right.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. All right.
We
That's
can't
perfect.
understand. Love it.
Redman's turn. And oh boy, I don't think they have noticed Ambrose yet. Gonna go over here and try and take a chunk out of Captain Porter. Getting a bonus in effect, even with the rapier batting it away. The spear still manages to find its way through. D6 plus their incredible strength. Oh my lord of mercy! 3 wounds as the spear just it nicks your liver.
There goes Faye Chef U running away from his captain, disobeying orders for
and
glory.
Okay, so
It wouldn't have
Says the
made a
guy
difference.
behind the wall.
Are you out of bennies, Captain
yeah,
Porter?
I have no bennies.
Oh.
That is rough. He is not looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Porter might be getting replaced by a native of Charybdis. Who knows?
The red man we let go.
Right? Oh, that was the one you let go, by the way. Yeah. No, you can tell from the war paint still. Yeah. Wow, like that. It's a Saving Private
don't do
Ryan
that.
moment, you know? Yeah, and that was
Bits
with
of, like,
deflection to
loincloth
all of
thing
that,
and
man. He
stuff.
just rolled amazing was the problem
Yeah.
there.
Wow. 3 wounds. All right.
Red man number 2 is like in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's finish this dude. And aces.
With a raise.
Hits with
Triple-
a raise.
Triple ones. Come on. Triple ones.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is.
No,
Exploded.
Not gonna happen.
that's
That
there it is.
another wound. And well, now
Incapacitated.
so he's incapacitated. We'll see. He's gonna be bleeding out here. He's gonna roll on the table here. You have maintained a permanent injury and are bleeding out. So this means that we roll on the injury table here. Let's pull this up.
Maybe it's a good old eye patch, a peg leg.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
like,
lots of ways this can go here.
You'll be a pirate by the end of the day, Captain.
Oh.
Captain Porter, please give us a roll by clicking the roll button in the window than that injury table.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh.
Captain Porter, you have suffered a grievous injury to the head.
Eye patch.
Now that we have
Eye
established it is a head injury, please, if you'd be
man.
so kind, roll on the head injury table.
Indeed. Here we go. 5.
You,
Eye patch.
congratulations, sir. You have only one good eye. You have gained the one eye hindrance as this spear has
Awesome.
found. Now, mind you, you
We still
might
gotta
still
save him.
die. You can still
Yeah,
bleed out.
you can die still.
But no matter what, right, you are now one-eyed.
I
Congratulations.
love it. That's amazing.
Very first day of combat. The obsidian spearhead finds its way into his eye
You're not
socket,
captain
and he
anymore.
lets out a as he falls to the ground, incapacitated and half blinded.
One-eyed quarter.
I want this to add to my intimidation.
The ugly hindrance does occasionally. This fellow is going to. Let's see here. What is their pace? Oh yeah, he is going to run at the little boy that has been bowing him. So he gets to move 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
there.
8, 9. 10 in your grill with a multi-action penalty though. He is going to attempt to spear you in your little gullet. And he rolls a 1, so you manage to the wind blows it away. Hell, he puts the spear out there, and you don't even. You go, ah, and whoop, the spear goes out the way. Ambrose Avon, last but certainly not least.
All right. Well, I've been channeling these 2 balls of fire in my hands, and they're about, well, for our modern sense, about basketball size at this point.
Blue,
I'm gonna be
blue, right? Blue ball.
They're blue balls, and I'm gonna be dropping 6 points on 2 of them at the shaman. And
What?
that's gonna be, yeah. I'm multi-action.
Batty.
Okay.
2
Gotta
giant
get the
firebolts.
Who cares
At
about
the
the
shop.
captain?
Hey,
He's
he's
down
pretty
the
much already
ground.
dead. Yeah.
Yes,
like-
sir.
He's
Since the
technically
beginning
not
of
his captain.
the round, I've been charging this. So,
Oh.
let's see. It's the first one is flat. Let's hit with a raise.
That will likely do. Yeah.
All right, so that'll be up to 4 points, and that'll be there. You go. 3d6 plus the. That's a wound. He's
That
tough.
is
He's
a
tough.
wound. I will not soak that.
All right. And then the next one which I'll just do a Benny for automatically. Because I have so many bennies.
Yes.
I have so many. Oh, that wasn't in the -2. That was a 4.
Yeah, it's still a hit. Target 4.
Alright.
4.
Alright.
2 wounds. I will not roll to save that either.
Alright, so that's... Yeah.
He is incapacitated, stumbles into the bloody pool, and dies.
Alright.
While you're sitting there going, the infinite power, give me a notice roll at a +2.
There's something about
The
Well, they keep-
surface of the pool is starting to less burble and more coalesce right into a form. Looks like maybe hunched shoulders are starting to emerge ever so subtly from the broiling acidic blood.
My God, the pool is coming alive!
The pool is in fact coming alive, and with that is going to reveal itself. Oh, where's my
Is that a
dramatic?
monkey?
What?
Monk ape.
Monk ape.
Blood-soaked giant monk ape.
Wow.
A large monk ape, a huge, gorilla creature, 20 feet in stature, emerges from the 1.5 foot deep pool of blood. As it does, the pool drains, it coalescing into the form itself, as though the blood itself has become the monk ape creature. And it lets out a horrific howl. And the real final battle is underway.
That's scary.
You gonna kill things now, Chef?
No.
Alright,
Maybe. If he hits
maybe.
me.
If he hits you.
It's a
Did you
monkey.
say?
It's a humanoid. The other thing was a lizard. Looks like a human. It's got a face.
It does not seem pleased with you guys, But here we go, next round.
Lucky cards.
Ambrose
Oh, nice.
Avon
Nice
up
Joker.
first, giving a Benny to all people, including
Ooh, nice.
Hey,
Captain,
young
Captain
Master
needed that.
Porter, who, Lord of
Hey,
mercy,
yeah.
could probably
Needed
definitely use it.
No.
I
Ambrose
needed that so
Avon,
bad.
you are up first.
Oh, alright. I'm gonna do 2 fire bolts, regular fire bolts at Red Man 2, Red Man 1, over the captain.
Oh,
that's
not
multi-act.
the giant 20-foot monkey creature. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm feeling it.
Gotta say the captain's life to be eaten by a giant ape.
Right.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna be called. That's 2 actions, firebolt. I'm not gonna get the calculating bonus, which sucks. But here you go.
You still get the +2 from Joker, though.
Yep. And that
Yeah.
calculates automatic. Yeah, you hit with a raise.
All right, so that's only. He's just gonna die, I think.
It is likely. Yeah. No, yeah. It's 3 wounds. He evaporates into a stack of ash. Pillar assault style. Biblical.
And then Redman 2. He's also going to evaporate and climb back up
Well,
to full.
maybe. You could roll like 3 ones,
I could roll.
He could roll a lot
Or
higher.
you could, yeah, no.
21.
This one isn't even a pillar of ash anymore. Just blue flame leaving
One's
nothing.
times 7.
It leaves like a
Alright.
silhouette, like the Hiroshima, like perfect red man.
plume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I do.
No, they're dead. Yeah. Excellent. Captain Porter.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm up.
Lord, here we go.
Ah! Wait.
Oh, he's dead.
Can I Benny that?
Yes, you can, because it was not a critical failure.
So, here's a question. I have Elan, which gives me +2 anytime I re-roll a vigor check.
Yeah, so add +2.
Okay.
Does
So
it do it automatically?
since I didn't roll that though, how do I? Should I just do vigor then?
Just roll it, and if it doesn't give you the +2, we'll add it.
Okay. Well, I can. It should when I drop the Benny off.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Oh God!
Oh, snap. So,
Lit.
the eye is still permanent. I mean, you don't have an eye, but you immediately sit up and go, "Good God, man!" Right?
The heat and the fire.
Right. Holy cow.
Jeez.
Unwounded, unshaken, somehow, despite the,
That's awesome.
the grievous.
Get away from the giant thing.
Yeah, you were like, where did that monkey come from?
Go.
Why is
What
this
in the
not-
name of all that is good and decent is that?
Let me remove these wounds. It's not letting me remove your wounds. It doesn't. It's like,
Can I-
nah, fuck that. He is dead.
Well, question though, should I keep the wounds because that was on the out?
No, I mean, that was -3 wounds. You here. Well, no, you would have 1 wound, excuse me, because you were at 4 wounds. So you do have 1 wound still.
Okay.
But you are unshaken. I mean, you pop right
Cool.
up. And are, strangely, I think you should probably remove the spear from your face, but,
Yes,
one
indeed.
way or another, And here, guys, so it is 11 o'clock. Do we want to finish this combat?
I think we
I'm
should
done.
resolve this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, all right. We are going to
Or
run
who
long
wants to
tonight,
wait a
ladies and
week,
gentlemen.
guys?
Yeah, no,
Alright,
let's get
yeah.
this done. Let's go ahead and
Excellent. So, Captain Porter, rough and ready.
Give us a week to roll up new characters.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to, kind of. I don't even think I'm ready to stand up yet after just being dead, pretty much. I'm gonna kind of scooch behind the prisoners and
Yeah.
not like that. I'm
and hide and cower behind.
I'm gonna scooch behind the prisoners and grab my sword, or preferably if there's some sort of smaller something I can use, and try to cut the ropes.
The, from the one closest to you, the blue
Yes,
skin.
the
individual.
Karis cat. Yep.
Yes. Karis says something at you that is not English. It's
I don't care.
it's close. It's like if you spoke Spanish and somebody was speaking Portuguese, right? Like the rhythm is the same, right? The syntax sounds very similar, but none of the words are words.
Okay.
And they
Okay,
are untied.
Captain Porter's dead in the tracker.
Shh, don't tell
Forever.
them. Just leave me dead in the tracker. The
Forever
monkey can't
deceased.
attack me if I'm dead.
Speaking of the monkey, guys, well, he's not a fan, and, well, I mean, Chef, you killed the dude that summoned him.
Yeah, Chef did
He
that.
has no idea.
Oh,
The
no,
chef
it
was
wasn't
the one
Chef,
that-
was it?
Yeah, I didn't do
Oh,
that.
Lord.
That was.
Well,
Amber.
technically, when the man that summons him is killed, he just goes in a frenzy and attacks anything that's not a red man. But I'm going to put him up against Chef because I believe Chef has the best chance of surviving a single round of melee combat with him. So, if we wanna just, I mean, I can put him after Ambrose, but unless Ambrose wants to be punched through like all the trees,
I
right?
got the bennies ready to go.
Like this is a kaiju, This is a. But speaking of kaiju, he's going to use his pace of 14 to just casually stroll up.
Pace of 14.
Crap.
Did he?
14.
What's the remainder on that? He could have
Like
walked around.
10.
He could have walked around.
Yeah, no, he could look at everybody and go, not you, not you, this one here, yeah. And he is going to just wallop you with, a tree, pretty much.
conveniently located at the bottom of the pool.
Yes.
Lots of shots.
Just waiting.
That's a hit there. Wow. Oh.
Oh, just a hit though.
Yeah. Well, Jeff's he can put in work. And let's see how much work this guy can put in. The trees. Holy fuck.
Oh,
Fuck!
Are you serious?
dice!
Hey, good thing
Can
you
I
have some
say-
bennies.
Holy.
Yeah, what can a Benny's do on 7 wounds?
That is.
Can I soak all of them?
You could.
No,
I don't have nothing to drag it over.
It was.
You have 6 bennies.
I mean, it's
I have
his
6
strength, right? Which is, yeah, my God, yeah.
Well, hang on though. Isn't it like you can't take more than 3 wounds? Like you can't take more than 4 wounds at a time or something?
Yeah, no, if there's the damage cap on, for sure. Yeah, no, we can play with the damage cap on.
Oh, I was just curious. I didn't know.
Yeah,
So,
no, let's
can
play
I
with
do
the
anything
damage
with
cap
these
on.
6 bennies?
Yeah, no, you can definitely do that because you only took 4 wounds. So, let's roll the soak.
Yeah, but where do I
Not
drag it?
kill
Because I don't
Chef.
see
He's
wounds
the only
in my...
useful character in our party.
It's literally in his
Oh,
name.
there we go.
There you go. So, you soaked 2. So you got 2 wounds from getting hit with a tree. And let me turn on the damage cap here. There we go. Oh, it's on now officially. So,
It's like the bumpers on a bowling alley.
yeah, now,
Poor chef.
no, you are not bleeding out because it said you had 7 wounds. So we're gonna ignore that.
Oh,
And you are at 2 wounds. Congratulations. Why is it not letting me edit these tables? There it is, fucky. Here, we'll do it from here. Take that. Alright, excellent. Yeah, and that's all he's gonna do. Just hit Chef with the... I mean, Chef literally just... like a tree, guys. Brian O'Brien. There is a tree wielding 20-foot tall ape man soaked in blood. That is quite fearsome.
Yes. I would like to cast Bolt.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm super jealous that Brian's bolts have not been hitting like Ambrose's because he is just destroying people.
He's been killing it. Yeah, and he has an edge that gives him power points back when he gets a raise. So he can cast Bolt for free at base level if he gets a raise on it. Like,
jeez.
it's gross. Yeah.
That is brilliant. So do I have the ability to cast 2 bolts? I forgot
Yes.
to look.
Multi-action.
So, yeah, it's... Well, now, no, it's not a multi-action. You spend the power points for it.
Right.
It's 1 action. It's 1 spell casting roll. If I'm not...
Gotcha.
For
What- now I'm
multiple
second-
bolts?
Now I'm second guessing myself. Hold on here.
Because if that's the case,
Well, maybe he.
Bolt, no range penalty, affected by cover illumination, 2d6, 3d6, damage plus 2, smart. Why am I not seeing the increase?
Yeah, I don't see that either. I mean, it's fine. I don't.
Maybe being able to add bolts is just a trapping in Deadlands? Because I am just seeing damage plus 2. You can
Yeah.
spend more points to increase damage, so never mind. Yeah, it would be a multi-action penalty. I'm thinking of a different rulebook bolt. That's my bad. But yeah, you can fire a single bolt and you can add a power point into the mix to make it do 3d6 damage as opposed to 2d6.
Yeah. Can I? I wanna spend 2 points here.
Excellent. So all you're doing is you're gonna fire at the thing you're trying to hit with your spellcasting roll for bolt. Wind bolt. Hey, there you go. That's likely gonna hit with a raise. What are you? The giant monkey? I take it.
Yeah.
Excellent. That hits him with a raise. And now when holding the damage dice, right, when you have them picked up and held, right-click once with the mouse, it'll add a d6. Well, no, you don't have to do that. You can just roll damage over him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Since he was charging it up,
Wait,
then you
so-
need to add that.
so don't right click it?
Do right-click if you are adding damage to it. Are you doing the 2d6
Yeah.
or the... All right, so right-click it once.
Okay,
and
I
then
did
it'll
that.
still do the... So it should be 4d6 is what it'll be.
It- Yep.
And it'll add one automatically.
Oh.
So there you go.
No.
Or
Okay.
D, yeah, whatever it is. At any rate, oh, out of range. Uh-oh, I
that was
just
the-
noticed that.
You
Yeah.
just walk a few paces.
You walked a little forward.
Yeah.
And that was the attack again there. So I'm going to roll that attack over him. Now the damage is different. Again, it's the numbers to the right.
Yeah.
Go to your combat tab on your character sheet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Powers. Good powers.
Powers,
Sorry,
yeah.
powers, yeah. And then there's roll
Grab
the
the-
damage over him. Right,
And
grab
then-
the damage dice, right click it once, drop it over his token on the map. There we go. And he is shaken.
Good God.
His toughness is 12.
His hair is must.
His hair is ever so slightly askew. Chef, this dude just hit you with a tree.
Can I soak again?
No, you can only soak during the only get one soak per wound. So
All right, I'm gonna. Actually, Jeff backs up a little bit. He starts mimicking a monkey, and he starts doing monkey style on his ass.
monkey style.
Monkey
So,
Um,
now, are you literally using? I don't think you have that style, do you? Okay, no, that's different.
Nah, I
that's
just-
fine. Just narratively.
yeah.
And Deadlands, the monkey style gives you a,
Oh, does it
parry
really?
bonus, and yeah. Excellent. Hits with a raise. Easy to hit the thing. It's large.
Oh, that's weak.
Boom, but unharmed.
Yeah, 12.
Spend a penny to reroll damage. Pop.
Yes. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Here we go.
He rolled a 1 on one of those d6s and a 3 on your
Oh
d8.
my god.
Right, that wasn't the same roll.
No, it didn't add the d6 for the. I mean, you could add
Oh,
another
it didn't?
d6 to that, but at best it would be a 10. Yeah, I'd only roll with the raise and factored in the ones. Roll another
Oh.
d6 there.
Did it get them? Do I just do
Just a normal d6.
How the hell do I get it to go over him?
Oh, just drag it into the chat. Go ahead, Matt, for this. Excellent. 8 plus 5, 13. He is shook.
He's already shaken.
Oh shit, he takes a wound.
Hey, here we go.
Which I'm gonna let him
Oh.
shake. No, I'm not gonna
I get a second shot with minus. Is it 2 or 1? I forgot what was it.
do. Hits. Unharmed.
I got him. I'm wasting.
Wasting them, man. You spending these.
Oh, there you
And
go.
you doing
There
you
go.
doing the Lord's work.
Unharmed.
Wait, what?
Because he's got the hardy
Last
attribute.
one.
He doesn't get
Last
wounds
one.
from being
Why not?
taken while taken.
Come on now.
Oh.
There we go. Nose.
No, no.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
14.
He's shaking.
Yep.
Just that little
Hi.
bit of extra.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Screwed.
All right, I have 2 questions. Is there a penalty for this guy being in melee range?
You cannot use. Well, no, I don't know in Savage Worlds. I know in Deadland that you cannot use a 2-handed ranged weapon in melee combat. I'm
Okay.
assuming that's probably the same.
If that's the case, what's the penalty for stepping away from him? Does he just get a straight up
He gets
attack?
a free attack on you. Or you
Okay.
can take a multi-action penalty to drop the bow and pull out your, dagger and stab.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna let him take a swipe as I try to back off.
Lord of mercy. And you're gonna have to back off more than one square because he has a spear.
Yeah, I'm going far if
He
I can.
misses. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the deflection.
Okay, so then
Deflection save the day again, you're right.
I want to run. How do I run?
That would, you click the pace die on your character sheet. Excellent, you can move 11.
Yes.
Christ, you can run fast.
Yeah, he's a tiny little dude.
Little kid.
And his agility's like 10 or something.
Well, not anymore.
So I just looked it up. If you're using a ranged weapon and your target number is the opponent's parry.
Even with a two-handed ranged weapon?
Sorry, no, that's a.
I know you can use a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot this guy here. The guy Redman 5.
Yeah. Are you gonna use a called shot? Try and shoot him in the head again?
Well, no, because I'm gonna take a multi-action penalty.
Right, you
So-
already got that going there.
I'm gonna take the +1 for my marksman, and then the -2 for my multi-action, which I'll just press the button
Yeah.
and then drag my dice.
Yep.
I'm getting there. I'm getting the hang of this.
Yeah, no, it takes a couple of sessions, but it's pretty intuitive.
The system's amazing. Like,
Yeah, Savage Worlds is fantastic.
Can I
Benny
reroll that
Benny's.
damage?
Yeah, feel free.
Oh, let's wreck him.
Yeah. It's with the bow shaken.
Take it. I'll take that.
Yeah, might as well. It's better than nothing. Arrow lodges itself in deep into his fur and puts him off balance. Speaking of off balance, the remaining red men are trying to do that to you. This one is going to have to run, and now Brian O'Brien is the closest quarry, so we're going to get his pace die. I said we're going to get his pace die. Thank you. Oh, 7.
Oh, 6.
I think that's enough.
2, 3,
That's just out of
4,
range.
5, 6, 7. Well, no,
No,
because
he's
he's
got a
got a
spear.
spear.
Okay.
So, multi-action penalty for the run. Spear whistling through the air, looking to make another hole in that jerkin. Oh, and it might and
Yeah.
then some. Just a hit,
Oh,
though.
Okay.
D6 plus D10 due to their suprahuman strength. And you are shaking. It's not bad.
that bad. Yeah. All things considered. Yeah.
I mean, they're fucking up your favorite coat right now. That would leave me shook, too. Next up, we have the shaken red man with the arrow lodged in his fur, and it was not enough to keep him shaken. And now he is going to move forward without running due to being within close proximity to young Master Scroot and attempts to turn him into a Scroot kebab. And he misses Scroot's parry being sufficient, his lithe, agile form ducking out of the way of the crude man's attempts to attack him.
Talk slower.
And with that, MSSR combat, we're going to... The spear whistles through the air as the man deftly leaps. No, we don't have time for that.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You could cut glass with the red... Oh, my lord.
Really?
Actually, I'm going to do my adventure card.
Oh, what is this? He has an adventure card, Seize the Day, which,
Allows me to act as if my action card was a Joker.
he gets to act as though his action card was a Joker, meaning he gets to go first or whenever he wants and take a +2 to,
Yep.
yes, everything. Damage.
Yes,
and,
quite.
Yes,
So,
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us through here. This extended late combat against the giant ape creature.
So the maximum actions you can take in a round is 3.
Yes.
And normally that would be a -4 to everything, but with the Joker, could you give me the Joker bonus?
I cannot give you the Joker bonus. You will have to +2 manually.
All right. I'm gonna send 3 fireballs, almost draining me at that ape at a -2 for all 3 of them.
Yep.
And I have so many bennies.
That's a hit.
All right. And then you get the +2 again for damage. So many
Fireball
bennies. No,
whistling
that's a
through the
benny.
air. Oh, that was gross. 1 and a 2.
Oh.
Not better. It's a 2 and a 3.
This time with feeling, man.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey man, I've got 4 more bennies.
There we
There you
go.
go.
He's unharmed.
Oh my
Why do
god.
you need to harm him? Like a 15? 16?
You need a lot.
It's gotta be a
2 and a 1.
It's gotta be a 16 at least.
Alright,
Got
that's
other,
another Benny. Again, I have
Two more attacks.
so many bennies.
Oh my god, a 2 and a 2.
But
You used to have so many bits.
Brother, like, I'm trying to end this.
There
Hey,
I'm trying to end this.
there we go. Boom!
Oh,
2
yes.
wounds.
let's go.
Fireball hurtling through the air. The ape lets out a horrified roar. His fur, although soaked in gore, is ablaze. He is totes pissed off at you.
Alright, now second fireball of the 3. That's a hit.
Hits.
That is a hit. Joker bonus, second fireball damage. Just
1
2
and a
and a
2
1.
again.
You want to know what I'm gonna do?
Oh yeah,
Spin
Benny.
that Benny. You have so many bennies. Unharmed. Nope. We're gonna spend the last Benny on the damage. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Ah, not enough.
Man,
All right, so
not
the
enough.
second one does nothing. But the third one though,
Third one's
Third
gonna hit
one.
with a raise. I can feel it in my heart of hearts.
It is not. It's
Oh
gonna-
man.
it's gonna hit, but it's not gonna hit much.
No.
All right, let's see if I can.
That is rough. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Big money.
Well,
Come
no,
to the
that
Lord.
was trait roll was a natural 1 on spells. I'm afraid is a spell failure.
Oh, spell failure. Okay. Well,
One of the conditionals that trait
There you
rolls
go.
1 fail on. So it sputters out. You have spent your arcane battery.
was my first one a raise? No. God, I didn't get anything back.
Of course he's not sure.
He is unshaken, but is going to immediately ignore you and go bounding towards the fireman, allowing you to get an attack of opportunity against him. Go ahead and do so.
Come on, Chi Master.
Trip him.
Yeah, make him fall on his face in the pool.
Ooh.
Hit with a raise.
With
Yeah.
a raise, him
Come
turning
on,
away
right
from you.
here.
gave
A 2
you
and a
an
1 and a.
Keep
oh,
Nothing.
my
Nothing.
God.
That is. Well, do I get both attacks or just the one?
Just 1 on a
Oh
attack
my God.
opportunity.
My one
I'm
chance.
afraid.
That is too bad.
Not the
He is
Shaft.
unharmed. All right, he is going
Mom's
to
Spaghetti.
run,
Spaghetti for sure.
and he is pissed off that he has been set on fire, so he is going to wild attack when he gets there.
Unfortunately, I'm right in the way.
Yeah, right.
I
And
just
it's a
hope he can-
16 pace. 16 distance from me to him.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to, run again. 'cause his
Multi-action.
pace is only, his pace is 14. We'll see here.
I'm just excited that
Oh, look at that,
Nope,
16.
just enough.
just enough. Yeah, he's going to get to me. That wasn't. He would have had to have rolled a 1 to.
You want to take your attack of opportunity against him, Skirt, as he runs past?
Yeah. I can do that with the bow.
Oh no, you would have to melee weapon, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
Alright, yeah. You just go, oh my god. Yeah.
I duck the heck out of the way.
And he is going to attempt to hit you with a whole ass tree, Ambrose Avon.
Yeah.
So
Bye.
flat.
I get to be a sword fighter next
And
week.
hit. The tree doing, my god,
It's-
his strength plus d10 damage. His strength, by the way, is d12 plus
Ambrose
12.
just wants to die in every episode.
Hey, I did so well.
4 wounds.
I'm
I think you
gonna.
saved Benny.
I don't have any bennies.
He is Benny Alyssa.
Oh no,
I'm
no, no.
afraid.
The
Oh,
last Benny I couldn't use because it was a miss. I was going to re-roll damage.
At any rate, you
Yeah.
are not bleeding out, and it is a temporary roll on the injury table. So let's see where he hit you with that tree.
Oof.
He has
TBI.
previously given he rung your bell.
Right.
You are
Yeah.
currently incapacitated and unconscious, but not deceased. Yay!
Super not healthy.
Yay!
Just
And-
mentally challenged.
Yeah, no, bleeding out one of your ears until all of your wounds are restored. Your smarts is reduced 1 die type. Not great for a spellcaster.
No.
But, Captain Porter, Ambrose Avon just went down from a tree to the dome.
Not much I can do from here. I mean, I could run.
Super brutal at him.
Did the guy he untied?
Huh?
Did he untie one of them?
Yeah, the guy that he untied is still coming up in the initiative order and is going to spend his turn untying his sister.
Okay, well, that's actually what I was gonna cut free as many as I can this turn.
Oh, in lieu of attacking the gorilla. Alright, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would say you could do 2.
Okay. As much as I hate to cut the Spaniard free,
Yeah. He
that just
thanks
sticks-
you in
ugh.
English. And he says, you have my thanks, Englishman.
Gracias, senor.
Gracias. Gracias.
I will disdainfully accept his thanks. That just that hurts my insides. But
right,
you know,
Right.
better to just let them free. My English graciousness demands it.
Of course. Red Man number 3 is again going to attempt to spear Brian O'Brien. And whiff. He's getting a little fatigued. He's, his god's gonna put in work, Scroot, you're screwed here by the shaft of this spear that comes whistling through the air to, oh lord, miss! Oh,
You
Lord
are the
of mercy!
luckiest-
That
Oh.
deflection spell has saved you twice in a row now, the wind beating it away, but
No.
you only have
3
it for
times.
4 more rounds, so watch yourself. Alright, and with that, Karis Kath is up, and he is going to free the Fishman and the other Englishman, now meaning everybody is free. Fishman is going to pick up a knife, right? And he is going to run towards the red man. He did not at all care for being tied up. 6, 7, 8. Excellent. And he finds himself within striking distance, but doesn't actually use his knife. He is going to use his teeth. And he misses as he rolls a 1.
Scrooge gets like this huge grin on his face. He's like super excited to like see magical creature. And
Chef. Yeah, the thing did kind of go as it ran up. Yeah, it's full on. Yeah,
Is it a Murloc?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
If Blizzard's watching, it is not a Murloc.
No, it is a mer creature. It's a murloc, but spelled with a Z.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's silent.
Right.
Alright. That's it for me.
That is it. Chef moves into position. Scroot, Spearman is still menacing you, but Fishman on the other side is now menacing him. And it is clear now that Fishman is an ally, so allow me to switch him over to ally, meaning that if you move up 1, you'll get a gang up bonus.
I can't switch to melee without losing that bonus immediately. So I think I'm going to. Does this wall provide a cover for the ape at all?
Not the ape. It's 20 feet tall, and the wall is 8 feet tall.
Okay, so I'm gonna
It's like 4 feet tall. Excuse me.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at,
Mhm.
swivel around, and make a shot at the ape.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
I'm gonna do a called shot at its head.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you get a +2 bonus from its size there anyway, so yeah. Headshot.
Okay, so +2 for its size.
It automatically factors it in, so
Oh, okay. So
just do
I'm
the
gonna-
-1 is all the math you need to do.
-2.
Yeah.
Well, don't you get the +1 from the marks? Oh no, because you headshot. Never mind. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but this is also a head of a large size, so there's no called shot modifier. Excuse me. Its head is human torso sized. So
Oh dang. Okay,
My
so
bad.
Oh,
can I called shot its like eyeball or something like that?
yeah, but that would be a -4 because that's normally a -6.
-6.
And it would blind it halfway, but it's still just a +4 damage. It doesn't. There's no.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll try that.
Oh man,
All right.
Oh,
Arrow for the eye.
the RNG gods be with us.
Yeah.
Woo! Flies past
Oh
his
wait,
hair.
that was against the wrong guy though.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Oh, it would
What
have
a 0.
It would have been an even worse miss.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah.
Well, now roll it against the giant ape.
Yeah. Listen to your DM.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
I
the
didn't-
size
I didn't-
difference,
It
yeah.
didn't clear my target. Sorry.
Shame on you. Always just drag. I don't know why you do this targeting system, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I only target for like ranging.
Right.
There we go.
Well, even then, it automatically factors in
There we
distance.
go.
It'll tell your token distance apart, but
Come on.
yeah, that
So,
hits with
come
a
on.
raise.
I get +4 for the called shot.
Yeah, +4 damage.
No, that'll do
Oh,
Yeah, that's 2 wounds. You shoot the thing in the eye, and it turns and swings the tree branch at you a couple of times. And then I am going to need an agility roll to avoid it falling on top of you. Excellent. You definitely fall out of the way, and it collapses quite dead, leaving just the red men, who are now like, Ooga! You know, they're not feeling that at all. You know, they put a lot of work into murdering enough people to summon their blood god, and well, you just fucked all that up. That was not kosher of you. Scroot, by the way, giant killer, slayer of red man, Captain Headshot tonight. Can we just talk about how Scroot has downed like half of the combatants?
And the other half,
And we have to
caught on
downgrade the
fire.
battle music here from the awesome one back to the normal, because it's not a boss fight anymore. It's a red man fight. Let's mop these bitches up. Round 7. Let's go. Jonas Porter with the Joker, rewarding everybody in the party a penny and a +2.
I was just returning the favor to Ambrose, who got a Joker for me, so
That's right.
That is so generous of you, Captain.
Let's fucking go. One red man left.
okay. I don't think I can even get to it.
Probably not without a run. You can run up to him, do the multi-action.
Two Redmond left, no?
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm missing my eye. Oh, there too. Excuse me. I didn't have the map scrolled down enough.
Can I run and then do a wild attack to negate the multi-action penalty?
Yes, but you'll leave yourself vulnerable.
Indeed.
There's only one inside the combat tracker, by the way.
I plan to kill them.
Looks like I need 8 to get there, so
Oh,
let's.
sure, no, sure, yeah, well,
I did not. Wait, why is my pace at 5?
because you are wounded.
Ah, that's right. Well, shoot. Alright, I guess I did not get there. Though I won't wild attack.
No, you called it. You didn't.
No, he has to actually perform the wild
okay.
attack. He can't just be like, I'm so angry I'll be distracted regardless of whether or not I swing. Yeah, no, that's not that works. Here, let me add one of these guys back to the combat checker. Not parcel. Encounter, I don't know how he got deleted.
Oh, wait, hang on. I got the Joker, though. Does that add to my pace?
No.
Probably not. Shoot. Alright. Worth a shot.
There he is. Alright, he's back. And, let's see, that's Redman 5. Was in there. Why? Everything's ruined.
You made the
Okay,
red
Mongrel,
man.
somebody else. Red man number 3, and... Alright, you know what? The rest of the mongrels, or the rest of the red men, run off into the jungle, terrified at your prowess.
We chase after them.
You chase that, yes, of course. And you guys find yourself with the survivors who will be introducing themselves and the spoils of the now drained blood pool. Turns out they had sacrificed a lot of dudes into the blood pool, and all that blood got used
Unconscious.
on. But we're gonna solve that next week too, because it's the end of the episode. Cliffhanger: will Ambrose be saved? Are people like, is the fire guy worth it? Whatever. But that is tonight's show. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, man, you can hit that follow button. You can subscribe for free using Amazon Prime. You can click the banner down below all of this to join the Discord. Get behind the scenes access. Get first pick on recruitment for upcoming shows. Scuttlebutt is, when the zombie one ends, we'll be doing Saga of the Goblin Horde, which is a ton of fucking fun. But that's it. So from the League of Gentlemen Explorers to yourself, may your dice always roll hot, and have a great evening, guys. You guys, fantastic. Great session. Cheers, guys.
Good night.